Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 45 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Dark Side,
Yo,
Creamcast,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Green Tuner,
Hello.
and myself, the Ed Underground Bay Bay. How you guys doing?
good.
Well,
Very good.
Not bad. Feel a little bit refreshed, I guess. We took a week off, and now we're back, so feels kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel revitalized to do some podcasting.
Feels good to be back, but it feels like nothing happened.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
kind of in a lull overall.
We're in a little bit of a lull. There's nothing really exciting out there,
Well,
or as big as what's coming.
is that really true though? Because are we just waiting for the same things we've been waiting for the past like decade? The same type of movies. Granted, we did have just the Batman recently.
Yeah.
I think after the hype of the Batman, because we were in like leading up to it, and then after that, it took a giant nosedive.
Well, we did have a month of celebration prior to the Batman.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we
we
had
did.
such a build up to the month of Batman.
And we got Sonic.
Batman History Month it's been coined.
Yeah,
we
it
got
was.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I see this before?
Well,
that
you said it twice, so no one actually we agree with you, right?
I mean,
Like,
you two are missing out. Green Tuner saw it. You two are missing out. I think Sonic was a good movie. Better than the first one. But
I don't think we're missing out. But hey, once it comes out on, streaming channels, we can watch it for free, and I don't have to spend my money watching it. Well, spend any more of my money other than subscriptions. Then sure, I'll watch
I
it.
won't even make that promise. So
wow. It was good, though. But,
Sure.
Well, you were saying earlier, or a few seconds ago, that are we just waiting for the same thing to come out? Didn't I say this last episode?
we are. It's coming out next week.
But
So
didn't I say this
we'll be
last
good.
episode that everything is just basically repeating from the 90s?
No,
Remember?
that's not what I meant though.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I did say that.
Do you mean
it's-
the one thing that everyone out there has been
says-
saying?
Yeah, it's nothing. It's not like you
Oh
said
yeah,
What
something.
an original idea.
You
What
said
original
you
thought.
said it. Everything repeats from the '90s, and then Green Tuner said that that's something that's always happened in the '80s, in the '60s, and it just keeps happening.
Yeah, it always
Everyone
happens. Like
reboots shit.
every
It's the same thing.
every generation says that about the previous generation. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are not doing nothing new. I did the same thing when I was your age. It's
Do you guys ever wonder why? If you want to think about nostalgia, in the '80s or in the '70s, there was a lot of '60s based content. There was think about Back to the Future, Happy Days, a lot of stuff that took place in that time period. It's because that generation that was going to see the movies grew up in the
Grew up during
generation.
that,
Yeah, they were creating nostalgia for that generation.
Same
Happy
thing
Days
happens
was pure
with,
nostalgia.
With cars.
Yeah, with cars,
in the 90s, people were yearning for 80s or 70s cars. And
Yeah.
now people are wanting the Supras and Integras that are selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
that's true.
It's just generations. And then eventually down the road, kids are going to be, dying to get, their hands on a Camaro of, the current generation or whatever it is.
Yeah, but to this day, people are talking about the Back to the Future or the Ninja Turtles, and that's 20 plus years ago.
No,
now.
we're talking about it.
I
Younger
also-
generation,
yeah.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about it exactly because it's nostalgic for us more so because of when we grew up. But yeah, kids nowadays are not talking about, oh my goodness, Back to the Future. That was the greatest thing ever. Oh man, I can't wait to see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They have to reinvent these things to keep them fresh, not just for us, but mostly to keep the franchise going for future generations. Because think of it, how many things have fallen by the wayside that we thought were cool and will never see probably the light of day ever again, and will never be cool. Like if I try to show my kids this, 10 years from now, they're gonna be like, this is whack, blah blah blah.
I could think of a recent example that I was just thinking about: The Matrix.
Fighters.
Matrix, yeah, the Matrix.
Matrix, yeah.
Very relevant to us, very important to us, but like totally irrelevant to in the next generation. And look, they tried to bring it back, and I think it's gone pretty much as fast as it came. It appeals to a certain generation.
It was bad.
It was bad though, but
it was bad, but it's not gonna. Ninja Turtles was bad, and it had at least a second movie.
Ninja Turtles relevancy it will return with every like cartoon. Ninja Turtles has a life.
It.
Yeah, the youngest generations of kids will always find the Ninja Turtles entertaining.
You know which one I've noticed that people it has been falling slowly but surely, as the little guy next to me is Henson Creatures.
Yeah,
it seems that it's not as beloved as like the deep love that I have for like the Henson movies.
Well, the Muppets,
the Muppets.
Yeah, the Muppets,
Dark Crystal, Labyrinth.
Yeah,
it's because CG has replaced all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, they had a Dark Crystal Netflix show.
Yeah, how many people watch that?
Yeah, no, it definitely. I mean, there's certain things that we are at a prime age now where we're not too old to be like, oh man, back in my day, like old, like 60 in the 60s and not in our 60s. We're young enough where we are now at that prime age of our parents where we control a lot of the spending right now. So they're going to market to our generation because, I mean, of course, we're going to look at everything through nostalgia glasses. And then after we do that, then we're going to be like, oh man, that'd be cool if they came out with new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or we'll not even say that, like Marvel. Like, hey, I love Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, man. That'd be really cool if they came up with a more adult one or one with their CGI and they make it for us. We're going to go rush out to see it. And then we're going to take our kids to see it. The kids get hooked on it because, mom and dad loved it or, whatever. And then the cycle repeats. So, I mean, we're kind of getting catered to. More so than what was done to like our parents' time, because they were kind of in the Renaissance period during movies and this, that, and the other. We're at an age where we grew up in those 90s times, so all this like cartoons and so forth, and now we're just older kids. We're older kids now, and we can spend money on the things that we loved and had nostalgia for. So
I'm sorry, I was looking at this $150 Cowabunga collection on Amazon.
Yeah, of course you did.
13 games.
150?
Yeah, Ultimate Collector's Edition of the Cowabunga.
I thought that was the asking price. I'm like, Jesus.
No, it's $150.
What retails like what? $50, $60?
No, I think that is the retail at $149.
No, there's no way.
It's a collector's edition.
The collector's
junk. It comes with all this junk.
One.
It comes with like a collector's box, poster, diorama, enamel set, something, cards, some kind of art book.
$10 worth of cardboard and plastic.
Yeah, $149.99. Sold out of Walmart, Best Buy, and Target.
Let me see. Yep. Oh, it's $149. Yep. And
I gotta act quick.
We'll see who gets it first, and then we can do a reveal for the Blrd podcast.
Oh, that'd be great! Yeah, who gets to reveal it first?
Just say someone's be stolen or hijacked.
Well, someone here has that leg up if it arrives at a certain store.
Yeah. Actually, screw that guy. Whoever has that leg up, he's an asshole because that's how he's gonna win for sure. He's gonna be like, "Oh man, I waited so long. I just found one in the bag. That's so weird."
I wouldn't be able to get this. So
okay, bullshit. See how he's struggling.
Physical media is pretty much is dead in the retail landscape too. I mean,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Walk into a Best Buy and you'll see what I'm talking about. Physical media is it's a sad state of affairs because I really like physical media, but sad to see it shrink down. I'm big into steel boxes, right, for Marvel. So, I mean, I can pan over and I can show you guys. I have the entire. You can kind of see it back here. I have the entire. I guess the first saga of Marvel movies, like all 23 in steel box.
Oh, nice.
And I have a whole display of it. And to get the steel box, you have to really like. There was a time when you had to get up early and go to Best Buy. Or you have to really order it before it's sold out. And look where the steel box was. But now I've really fallen off, man. Like I went back and I was like, I didn't order the Spider-Man one, and that's probably sold out now. I have to order the Batman steel box, but like, I mean, now like my viewing habits are really based off of streaming, like everything else. I've tried to resist it, but it's just too convenient, right? So
yeah, that's true.
so I have this like shelf of physical media. I could look at it and I don't know, like, I mean, I could add it all up and we're talking about hundreds of dollars of stuff. I'll never touch that because of Disney Plus, because I'm paying for Disney Plus.
Well, you know,
So
it's like it's kind of like VHSs now. Like there's VHSs that if they're in mint condition can literally go for hundreds of dollars, and if not thousands, depending on what it is.
I just bought a VHS actually.
Wow.
Which one?
From where,
Yeah, I
like
did.
Goodwill or something?
Yeah, actually, there was a book. There's like a used bookstore nearby, and they have a VHS collection. I went over there and I was like, "Oh, it's weird. Just like a lot of nostalgia here." So
Which
I had like
VHS
Disney
did you
stuff.
buy?
I have a small, like, my favorite movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? So I collect things, anything I see of Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I have like the movie novelization. I ordered that from like Etsy. I ordered like all this stuff, like anything Raiders of the Lost Ark branded, I love. So I have like this little shrine going, and I saw the original VHS from Raiders, good condition, and I got it for like 50 cents.
Nice,
So-
Pretty good.
nice.
I love it. It means a lot to me, but like, I mean,
Imagine,
talk about nostalgia.
yeah, imagine Darkseid has like in his closet like a shrine to Harrison Ford, like, and like you hit a special button, and then you see like a little mini pebble comes down. And it's like a hideaway like shrine that has like his pubic hairs that he
Yeah,
paid on the dark
if I could
market.
get his hairs, we could clone him.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's kind of like that Futurama episode where he kept all the Star Trek people
Oh, right, yeah.
on a separate planet, and it was like
Yeah.
He's at the end, they're like, he was a child, and then the mom comes like, he's not a child,
child.
he's a man.
Exactly. So, but no, that's pretty cool though. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So speaking about nostalgia, my brother, he had surprised me with a not, I guess we call it a gift. He took me to see the Hardy Boys. For those who don't know, the Hardy Boys they're wrestlers, two wrestlers, tag teams,
Mm.
and they've been around since mid '90s. And got to see them live, got to meet them, all that stuff, and they are legitimately cool. Actually, signed my brother's belt that he made and everything. Took some pictures, took some videos,
Hmm.
and yeah, it was pretty awesome.
What about you? I mean,
do you
he took you there. Did you like want to see them? Did you get like any pictures with
Oh,
them?
of course, I wanted to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to like shake their hand and everything. I didn't take a picture with them.
Did
I took the
Jeff
video. of my
Hardy
brother.
do lines of coke off your belly?
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
He's been clean.
Oh, has he?
Wow, awesome, man. Good for you. Hey, come to the Blur podcast whenever you want to. We can talk all about it.
I hope he never hears this.
He's probably gonna be like, man, that damn one fan. Like, he's gonna remember you. He's gonna remember you.
Beat your ass.
Yeah.
But they're both pretty cool. Got to see a few other wrestlers too. Few known and upcoming wrestlers, like people who have been on TV.
Mm.
Like pretty cool. So
All right, well, let's not bore anyone with then.
Yeah.
So back to nostalgia.
Yeah. Let's talk about other
Middle.
stuff. Yeah.
middle. But go on.
But
No, the only thing I think physical media, unfortunately, that is gonna go away is games, because unfortunately with games, whenever it's online, if any kind of what's it called, licensing runs out, that
Mhm.
game is gonna get pulled off online, and it's
Yeah,
happened plenty of
yeah.
times.
It
And with
just
a
happened
physical
actually.
thing, you can keep it.
Yeah, just didn't Ubisoft just pull? Like I just read it today. They just pulled. No, it was online support for tons of games, but they're online based games, and it's just games that you look at and you go, like, "Oh, I remember that. I remember that." And it's just
Yeah.
like realistically, no one's played it. So I mean, I get what Ubisoft is thinking, but there's that outrage that exists. Like, damn you, Ubisoft! Why are you pulling support for Far Cry Blood Dragon? We love that game.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but I think like even DuckTales or something, I remember a while ago.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of those games that you can no longer get digitally because whatever
No.
rights were tied to
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
expired.
And music and movies. So like wherever you purchase them from, like Amazon or wherever, you don't really own it. Like Amazon
You
could
don't own
lose the
it.
right
Yeah,
to
you're borrowing
show
it,
that.
basically.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's happened many times with many people. So it's an interesting problem to have that our generation will have to deal with. I mean, I look around and as you guys know, I buy a lot of plastic garbage, you know.
Oh no,
I've always well, I've always purchased a lot of disposable plastic garbage, and you look at it and you go like, what the fuck am I going to do with all these goddamn Funko Pops one day or action figures? I just have them. Now I'm running out of room to display them, and I just want to keep buying them. So at a certain point, it's the collector's nightmare, right? Like, you know, you run out of room to display the stuff, or you just run out of money, or I don't know. Everyone goes through some form of this. So.
Well, you know, hopefully in your will, you know, if you ever pass at a very young
I want to be buried
age.
with everything.
No, God damn it.
No, it's gotta go.
With it.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, sorry, I gotta cross the Nile with all my
mausoleum
with all my
too much
Funko Pops.
shit.
Like, yeah,
yeah, he's gonna literally have a mausoleum.
Mausoleum filled with Funko Pops.
Right, they're gonna have to cremate him and to fit his body in with all his Funko Pops.
Well, like, if they cremate me, there'll be like a hole in the ozone layer because of all the damn plastic.
Wow.
All these fucking Blu-ray discs going up, steel books and shit.
Like, you know, like
that they were gonna make like a Funko Pop urn of your likeness. And your ashes would be put into it.
The EPA will have to be involved in my disposal.
It's kind of reminds me like in Terminator. Remember in Terminator that one scene with at the playground? Where like the nuke goes up. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen when they tried to melt all his Funko Pops. For some reason, all that plastic created a chain reaction that just blows up the world, and that's where actually D-Day starts from Messiah and all his damn plastic. Yeah, you're an asshole, dude. Like, don't take them with you. Leave them with us. You don't need them when you cross the river Styx. You know,
I need them.
No, you don't.
I need them in the afterlife, I assume.
Like, what'd you do with your life?
How will I show my worth to the other pharaohs and stuff? Exactly. They got gold and stuff. I'm like, behold my fucking Pops.
Like, oh, he's the chosen one. And we got our first commenter of the day on the Blrd podcast. You know, as we came back, we took a week off, but thank you, Black Girl's Hat. She says, "Hello, gentlemen and cream." So obviously, I'm not a gentleman. I'm just a man.
Fucking ass.
Yeah, I'm an asshole. Yeah, she still to this day says, you know, stop rounding up, bitch. So thank you, Darkseid, for that. And she said, "Our Funko Pops, are those the bobblehead things?" Darkseid, please enlighten her about what Funko Pops are.
They're plastic garbage that adult males or anyone can really buy and waste their money on. Some of them bobble, some of them don't, but this is a Funko Pop.
Yeah, I buy shoes, you know, that I can wear, at least take them outside. He has a Funko Pop collection in a dark corner of his room, and it just scares all the women away when they come to his room. So
wait, women
women aren't allowed to see this.
He's like, hey,
immediately depreciate the volume.
Don't look at him too long, please don't. That's hilarious. If we're done talking about the glorious hobby of collecting Funko Pops, so there were a few things that happened since we've been out, right? So first things first. Hey, what is that?
That's it.
TR8 or whatever.
Star Wars.
It's a Funko Pop.
That TR8.
This is.
No, it's H8R, I believe, is the name of that one you're talking about from first or the.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who fights him. Yes. I don't think it's him though.
No, he fights Finn, who had a lightsaber at the time.
Is that him? He had that black streak.
That is him.
Oh, nice. So it's like 8HR, something like hater. It was like a meme.
Hater.
No, I thought it was trader, right? TR.
You're trader. TR8R. Yeah,
trader.
Yeah, trader.
The beauty about this Funko Pop, it actually bobbles.
It bobbles.
Well, see cool. Now, you amateurish fool.
School him.
Every Marvel and Star Wars Funko Pop will be a bobblehead. The DC ones will not be a bobblehead. And the reasoning for that is a bobblehead is not considered a toy. So there's a licensing loophole that Disney has taken. If it makes it a bobblehead, it is technically not a toy, thereby not violating their licenses from Hasbro and wherever else they're. It's all technical jargon.
You can, for our actual like audio listeners, you can just smell their nerdum coming through your speakers right now. Because one, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually pretty cool. I did not know that was a thing about the bobblehead situation. But I mean, unless I'm on Jeopardy or like this will never save. Like this is like useless information I'm gonna have in my head that I'm gonna bring up.
Useless.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up one day. Be like, try to be cool around other nerds. But like, yeah, this is absolutely useless.
Personally, I hate the Marvel and the Star Wars. I have like 2 or 3, but I have like 1,000 DC ones. And the reason is I hate bobbleheads. And they have to be bobblehead. So
interesting.
Weird. Yeah.
That's really weird. So anyhow, all right. What?
All right.
Oh no, Black Girl's Hack was talking about, did you know he'll adjust his glasses? No, that's like the nerd, like, let me tell you about the bobblehead and how certain bobbleheads are part of licensing agreements.
All that people need to do is like close their eyes and think of Comic-Con and the smells that come with that, and you'll be transported into this conversation.
No, that's a Super Smash Brothers tournament.
No, any Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Have you ever seen like the poor hygiene in those places?
Yeah.
Comic-Con on the
horrific.
third day. The third most crowded day.
Yeah.
Sunday. The Sunday of the Comic-Con.
That's when they're at their peak.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they have not showered the entire time, even though
all
they have
the
came
layers
back.
Of,
no, I'm sorry. That's a Saturday. That's the worst day.
Saturday is
like
it's a chill out crowd. Yeah, Sunday is kind of the chill out crowd. But Saturdays, it's peak performance.
Yeah, Saturday's peak.
That's where you smell BO with Axe body spray.
Only the finest comic conventions are in the height of summer.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's really hot outside.
It's really hot outside.
To add that extra flavor.
Yeah, it does add the extra aroma, the stench, the musk that goes into your nostrils.
Tradition.
It is absolutely a tradition.
Black Panther, whatever it's called.
What was that?
What's that fragrance from? What's the movie called?
You talking about like Sex Panther?
Sex Panther.
Yeah, you talking about Anchorman? Yeah.
It works 10% of the time.
All the
time. No, yeah. I mean,
it's made with real panther.
It's made with real bits of panther.
It's like it's been outlawed in 34 countries.
10%.
That's a good movie. But yeah, so talking about Comic Cons. So recently announced, out of the one thing that we would have known for sure that was already happening, because I mean it is the cash cow of DC. Batman 2 sequel was revealed. Like I don't think. Yeah, are you surprised? Are you actually
surprised?
Man, wow.
Very, very surprised.
I can't believe they made a second movie.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I didn't think they were going to do it. For some reason, the critical acclaim of the first the Batman movie, and how well it's been received, and how overall it's been ranked as the number 2, second highest Batman rated of all time, somehow got a sequel. I mean, color me surprised. Like, that is what clown world did we actually think that was going to happen?
Who posted that on the chat, on our private chat? Like it was some kind of big reveal.
Ed Underground. He posted. He posted in our private chat as if like, man, hey guys, breaking fucking news. The Batman has a sequel coming out. Mind blown.
You are welcome.
Like we knew. I think we even talked about the fact. Yeah, because we talked about the fact of like Joker and Riddler, and that we were thinking that it was possibly Two-Face. We talked all about this in Batman History Month. And,
we were even thinking about who was going to be in the next movie.
Exactly. One? Yeah, but you posted it like, and the thing is, it's kind of funny that they even announced that on Comic-Con. I don't know which Comic-Con this was, but they announced it like it was some big reveal. And it's
it
like,
was
Such a lazy reveal.
CinemaCon or something.
CinemaCon, was it? Okay,
Something
so
like that. I don't know.
it's probably one of the dumbest. It's like the most obvious thing that they could have done. They could. It's like saying, "Oh, there's going to be another Marvel movie. You know, Spider-Man will return." Like, no shit. We know Spider-Man is going to return. Spider-Man is one of your biggest franchises. You think Marvel is going to be like, "Whoa, let's calm down on the Spider-Mans." Like, it's
If
not.
they
want to
knock my socks off, announce an Alpha Flight movie or something like weird like that.
Oh man,
what? Or they could announce something like El Muerto, El Muerto.
Oh.
There you go, El Muerto.
El Muerto.
El Muerto.
Al Muerto Chevrolet.
Shit, El Muerto.
Come down to El Muerto Chevrolet.
Come on down, Al Muerto Chevrolet.
Yeah, that could
No
surprise
credit,
me.
no credit, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're approved.
Approved, exactly.
They have the guy come out in like the turkey suit or whatever kind of suit it is.
Oh, the funny thing is, so talking about the Batman really quick. So when I went to go see the Batman, I went to go see it with my brother-in-law and a group of his friends.
I thought you watched it again.
I did watch it again.
Give it that second watch.
I gave it. Well, I didn't see. The problem is I watched it with my wife. So she was like, "Let's see it." She's like, "Let's see the Batman."
That was the problem, you said?
That's the problem. So we go into we start watching the movie, right? So first thing, we watch. I'm like, let's watch it in complete darkness. Like we have like a 75-inch TV in our bedroom, whatever. I'm like, yo, we have like a nice surround system around our bed and around the room, get the nice ambiance and so forth. That initial scene where everybody's looking in the dark, like they think I'm in shadows. I'm like, oh man, like I'm feeling the bass. I'm like, oh, my heart's pounding. That first fight scene where he's fighting those goons, whatever. I'm like, man, she's the skull guys. I'm thinking she's really gonna be into it. She's ordering pizza while we're watching the movie. I'm like, you need to pay attention to what you're doing first off. Like what's going on the screen. She's like checked out, trying to order pizza, right? So then the pizza comes. I'm like, okay, we just eat the pizza in the dark. Like it's fucking pizza. It's like in the box. Like you can't fuck it up. Yeah. She's like, let's turn the lights on. I'm like, what? Like, this is a dark ass movie. You don't turn the lights on in a dark ass movie. So I think we ended up pausing the movie. I was like, I refuse to watch this movie with the lights on. So we eat our food.
That was the right call, by the way.
Yeah,
that was the right call.
Actually, I left the room. I took my pizza. I went back to my office, did whatever I did in there, and she did whatever she wanted to do. And we came back like 30 minutes later to watch the movie. We start watching the movie, right? So she's like, oh yeah. She's like, Zoe Kravitz. Ooh, she's giving me vibes. I like that. She really likes Zoe Kravitz. I was like, no, Zoe Kravitz did a really good job as Selena Kyle. So she was really liking it. About 45 minutes in, she's like, I see her eyes just dimming. Like I just see the light leaving her eyes. Her soul's leaving her body. And I told her, I was like, hey, I'm giving you a heads up. This movie is Detective Batman movie. This is not like straight action. Like, it's not Bale type of Batman. This is not, Bruiser type of Batman. This is, is slow. It's not a lot of action until maybe the end. Even then, that's not going to satisfy you like other fight scenes that we've seen, like from Zack Snyder. And she was like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, shit. So I'm like,
right then and there, you should have pulled up the warehouse fight sequence. To get her, wake her up.
Wake her up, right?
Her, I'll get you right in there.
Yeah, exactly. And she probably would have thought like, "Whoa, that's crazy." She wouldn't. She honestly probably wouldn't know the difference. She would probably like, "This is still the same movie. Like this is great." So I ended up pausing it because she kept asking me like, "Hey, when's Iron Man gonna come in?" I'm just like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm pausing, trying to explain the story to her so far, and at that point, that's where I knew I fucked up. She saw there was 2 hours left in the movie. She's like, nope, can't do it. She's like, nah, turn it off. And literally, I had to turn the movie off. I was pissed because I was like, yo, I literally stopped what I was doing to spend time with you, but really to spend time with Batman. And you cut me off like that. We got to the part where, what's his name? The guy, drives into the memorial, the service,
the church.
Yeah, the church.
Right, DA?
Yeah, the DA guy.
Like halfway through.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I can't make it. I'm done. So I was like, just please wait. Like at least see the scene where he jumps off and he gets fucked up doing the little parasailing. I'm like, this is a Batman that's never had to actually like skydive, doesn't have his cape as a glider. He doesn't know any of this shit. So he's gonna get fucked up. I was like, this is so cool. And she was like, yeah. I mean, she was just like, eh. I'm tired. I really don't care. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, okay, let's at least wait until the scene with the penguin and the car chase. I'm like, that's the most badass scene, right? So I'm watching it. My hands are sweating, my feet are sweating, my balls are sweating. She's falling asleep. And then she just watches it like she's watching like a rom-com. Like she's just looking, not a rom-com, like a romance movie. Just looking at it like, I'm like, you're not like, like sitting up, like getting excited. She just lays there the entire time watching it like she's just like it's a boring ass like it's like it was just exposition or some shit. So I'm just like, let's just turn the TV off. And we ended up turning the TV off, and she never watched it from then. She hasn't watched it. I watched it by myself because screw her, and that's the end of the story. But yeah, it pissed me off. This is why I don't take her to see any type of movie other than Marvel movies, because she literally has the attention span. She's a typical like fan that doesn't know comics. She's like, this shit is stupid. Why is this guy dressed as a bat? Like, why is he fighting a guy with tape? Why is the guy in tape strangling people? This is so dumb. Blah blah blah. So I take her to Marvel movies because it's like, ooh, pretty lights. Ooh, Thanos snap. All right, cool. I get it. Like, she can't understand like the intricacy and the anguish that Batman goes through. The details, exactly, the details, and it pisses me off. And she's talking in the chat right now, talking about the only thing they did right was the chin. Like, she's like, she's like, oh, is he gonna turn to a vampire because he's a bat? So she's still thinking like Twilight vibes and shit. So she's like, yeah, where's Jacob gonna be? It's like, is Taylor Lautner in here? I'm like, no, that's. She's still thinking Twilight. So that's the level I have in movie watching with my wife. And people will be like, man, why don't you take your wife to movies? She just can't hang. I have to take her to either Twilight type movies or take her to Marvel movies, but she doesn't understand Batman. So it really pissed me off. It kind of pissed me off. It ruined my second viewing for sure. So my wife's not home tonight. So what I'm gonna do is, after this podcast, I'm closing the door. I'm gonna play some Nirvana and listen and watch Batman in the dark and really take it in.
Something in the way.
Yeah, I got Batman underwear on. I'm taking all my clothes off, dressed as Batman. I'm gonna have my Batman underwear on. Really feel like I'm in the moment. So we'll see.
Nice.
Thursday night, so yeah.
Right. Yeah. What else are you guys doing on your Thursday nights?
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm reenacting the makeup scene that Buffalo Bill did on Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, nice.
All right, yeah.
That's what I do on my Thursday nights.
That's what you do on your Thursday nights? Wow. I mean,
that would fuck me. Just tuck my dick in between my balls.
Yeah,
and just spreads around the house.
Yeah, that really didn't end up well for him. But hey, man, whatever you want to do, dude.
You do you, yeah.
Yeah, you do you. Like, just don't let some creepy old guy talk about like, hey, why don't you just peel off your face? He's like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. Oh god, that was such a weird scene. But Gary Oldman,
you're a great big fat person.
But Gary Oldman actually was a very good. I really liked him. I've never realized that was him this entire time. Well, I don't know. The original wasn't him, was it? I don't think it was.
In Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, it wasn't him.
No,
right?
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
Creepcast is thinking of Red Dragon.
Is it Red?
Yeah,
no, I think it's just
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Right?
And then remember where they fed him to the pigs?
No, it wasn't. It was just Hannibal.
That's Hannibal.
Oh, Hannibal.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Hannibal. Yeah, that was Gary.
Hannibal. Yeah, sorry about that.
Did Gary play? Did he play him in the original? In Silence of the Lambs?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. But
I don't know who. I have to look it up, but it wasn't Gary Oldman.
It wasn't Gary.
Gary Oldman was the deformed guy that, like Creamcast said, cut off his own face and fed it to the dog. Because,
that's in Hannibal.
Hannibal suggested it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted Levine was a good actor.
You know who I realized recently who plays Apocalypse in the X-Men movies?
Oscar Isaac.
Wait, hold on.
AKA Moon Knight.
Wait, is this a transition?
Wait.
Possibly, yeah.
You didn't know Oscar Isaac was Apocalypse?
I did not know Isaac, whatever.
Oscar Isaac. Yo, say his name.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, say his name. Give him that man respect.
Isaac.
Shit.
I didn't know that he was Apocalypse.
Everybody knew that.
I didn't know that.
Everybody knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was cast.
I knew from Star Wars.
Big actor who was cast in the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
they
the
made
whole
a big
thing.
deal about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't just cast some random dude as Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, like, yeah, just put makeup on
Yeah, I
him.
was like, just throw anybody in it.
Well, I didn't know that he was
I mean,
Apocalypse.
a shitty Apocalypse, but you know,
That's probably why
we
I
all
like
knew
didn't
it
care.
was-
But
I mean,
that's not Oscar Isaac's fault. That's just because we know Oscar Isaac.
no, it's not the actor's fault.
Yeah.
It's the
writers.
You know, I guess
Or
whoever
the-
came up with the
full
design.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. I forgot. Somebody else was supposed to play. It was someone big that was supposed to play Apocalypse at first, and then
Well, they needed
Well,
to
Michael
do him
Clark
like they
Duncan
did
is dead,
Juggernaut.
so I don't know who else would play him.
No, but Apocalypse
yeah.
should have been done like they did Juggernaut. Just an impossibly big human.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
CG guy. Yeah.
Yeah, not an actual person with
Or Thanos.
You know,
they already
paint
did
on.
it. The Thanos is the right body size.
Thanos.
so,
exactly.
You can
Stop
do it.
with your
It's
nasty snake.
Hey, stop putting those shit. Why?
It's so gross.
Like, you
bring
touch
out
him.
the ugly shoes.
But yeah, that's what Black Girls Hack said. But what I'm saying is stop bringing out them ugly ass shoes, because first off, you touch them, then you touch like your face, and I think you're gonna give yourself at least Agent Orange, because like them shoes are nasty. They seen some things, man. The things are disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Jeez, man, stop doing that shit to us. Talking about first we were talking about Muerto.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Is it El Muerta?
El Muerto.
El Muerto.
El Muerto.
Yeah, as our
Muerto with an O.
Yeah, anytime we need to say it, just default to Green Tuner. He can say it perfectly
Yeah.
for us. El Muerto. Muerto.
Oh, you want to do the R's?
yeah.
El Muerto.
Muerto. Muerto.
So
Burrito.
Morito. El Morito.
Burrito.
Burrito. Exactly.
Crunch wrap.
Now we all know Crunch Wrap Supreme.
He's like, I'm going to Taco Bell to get the crunch wrap.
Spicy
Crunch
gordita.
Yes.
Crunch wrap.
Let me get a Baja Blast.
Yes. Get a
Yeah,
Dorito Loco Taco. Like, yeah, like you just want a Dorito Loco Taco? No, Dorito. Like, you know, only Doritos that, like, you know how that Mexican cola? Only Doritos from Mexico and so forth. Comes like a hint of cocaine on it or some shit.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just happy that finally Hispanic people are being represented
I know.
by
Wow.
grabbing probably one of the best Latin actors out there,
Yeah.
playing one of the most pivotal Hispanic comic book characters.
yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm really glad about that. So
Yeah, I'm really happy. I did.
Of course, you're referring to
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bunny.
Yep.
Mhm, mhm,
Major Latin American, or not even Latin American, major Latin superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that announcement, I did post it into our private chat. I congratulate Green Tuner. I said, you know, your people has, you know, made the news twice this week, which was very impressive. I was like, first you had El Muerto as a character coming up as a Marvel series soon, and then also with American Chavez being banned in Saudi Arabia because of her sexual preference, which I find absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, American Chavez is gay in the comics. She is a lesbian, but it's just absolutely crazy that we're in 2022. Granted, I know this is Middle East, you know, politics and so forth. But
They do that all the time.
They do it all
Same
the
thing
time,
with
yeah.
like when Disney releases movies in China, they cut a lot of shit from it.
well, they do.
A ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they did
a
with the
lot.
Eternals as
So-
well.
Yeah, so it's not just Saudi Arabia, even though they have a crazy backwards government. Disney does it for China too.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the same thing happen with the Eternals, because we saw that one of the characters was a gay man. And I don't know if there was any lesbian relationships in that movie.
Well, they went
Nah.
for the double whammy to get completely removed in China.
but what was that?
Black
Yeah,
and
like
gay.
Oh, black.
Oh yeah.
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 The two things Chinese people for some reason don't like.
That's called the alley oop.
Yeah, they doubled down on that one. Like, hey, how can we really piss them off? Like,
Yeah.
black is bad enough. Like, black, they might be able to skirt around. Like, they'll just put them very small on the poster. But
It's
gay,
like a pixel.
Yeah.
That's the guy's face.
exactly. But gay, like, no, can't do that. Can't do the double whammy. Like, that's absolutely a no go. So, yeah, it's crazy that I mean, because this is a big movie. This is I would say probably the most hyped Marvel movie coming out this year for sure. It has a lot of implications for the MCU moving forward.
Sure.
Well, it is gonna be what starts the branching, right, of all the weird universes and everything. Bringing hopefully in the X-Men, who I've been waiting tirelessly for.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm really not familiar with America Chavez. What's her deal?
It's like she opens like portals, I think, or interdimensional travel or something like she's essential in traversing the multiverse.
That says as far as I know what
Sort of like Cable.
Yeah, kind of like Cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like Cable. She can open up. So like that's why she's gonna be very pivotal in this movie, because obviously with Scarlet Witch, we know that she wants to get her kids back. So who's the one person that can probably do
fake kids?
Her fake kids, yeah. Who's the one person that can actually open up other dimensions where her kids might be? American Chavez. So,
well, I don't know how much the Saudi Arabia market, how much money they're going to lose by doing. I think it's probably a drop in a bucket. I could be wrong, but I don't think Saudi Arabia is a big market outside of the.
I think you're right. They would bend over backwards more to please China.
It's
a gigantic market.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think they're both big markets. WWE.
No, not like China.
Saudi Arabia is not a big market.
And you're talking about, and then you start the conversation off with WWE. Your point has been instantly mooted.
Hold on. Well, hold on. Here's the point. So WWE has recently gone out into, I believe it was Saudi Arabia. And they have their own event called Crown Jewel, and it's a WrestleMania big type of event. And they also try to bring in Indian stars just for the Indian market, which they have been successful at. So
okay, so anyways,
great.
so great. So that's great.
I mean, everybody knows the Chinese market is what you want. Like, was it Warcraft or something? The movie didn't do that well here in
how many people
in China?
How many people in Saudi Arabia and how many people in China? Just do the math on your own, figure that out, and you'll have your answer.
Yeah, I mean
you're really shaking your head.
Well, no, I just know one market.
His poor little brain.
I know one market doesn't like the let's say the Chavez controversy, and the other market doesn't like the I'll just say the Black Panther thing. So
but okay, Disney is gonna do their best
cater to
the Chinese market. They don't. Let's say they'd rather cater to Chinese market, and let's take Saudi Arabia.
I would.
Let's say they'd rather do that than cater to any other market, because China is massive when it comes to like revenue.
Okay, let's take a poll. And this is just a poll for Ed. What do you think the population of Saudi Arabia is? If you had to take a guess.
Well, I'm not saying that Saudi Arabia is bigger than China. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're both good markets. That's all I'm saying.
No, and I'm just saying, but how many? Sense. But how many people do you think are in the population of Saudi Arabia? Just do they guess?
Ballpark it.
I don't know.
Ballpark it.
I don't know. I know it's over 1 million. I'm sure.
Okay, maybe this is not the best person to talk. Okay.
Definitely over 1 million.
$1 million.
Nailed it. Okay.
All I'm saying is they're both big markets.
No.
China is
okay,
bigger
so
than
China
population equals money.
So the population,
the population.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Population of China. Let me ask you a question. How many people do you think is in China?
I don't know. 8 million, billion. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, he's definitely the wrong person to ask.
He'd put this in my brain.
Well, what a wide scope.
8 million to 8 billion?
8 million to a billion? Anywhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
I mean, ask anyone, they're not going to know the answer at the top of their head. Like, what's the population?
Well, I mean, I think most Americans would know the population of the United States or something like, or you could probably calculate that.
What's the population of Mexico right now?
Of Mexico, 200,000 trillion.
Okay, got it. He's actually right. He's actually 100% right. It's 200,000 trillion.
I mean, he's not wrong, because when you calculate migrants and like immigration flow,
Yeah.
like from South America into. I mean, there's probably a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I mean, nailed it.
Yeah, don't
So-
worry.
So in-
2024.
All right, so in
The
Saudi
wall's coming
Arabia,
up there, man.
Saudi Arabia right now is 35 million people. 35 million. In China is about 1.4 to 1.5 billion.
Billion.
Billion. So
Okay.
the thing
You
is
understand the
that
difference from million to billion,
is astronomical.
it's insane. It's like talking about a grain of salt against a full salt shaker.
Yeah.
Even more than that, it's
Okay.
insane.
So there's no way if Disney has to choose between Saudi Arabia or China, they're going to choose China because number bodies put. You brought the WWE thing, and it's like, dude, no one cares about WWE. So it's like, okay, they did something in Saudi Arabia where they got some princes who probably.
You show me the WWE going to like Shanghai, then we'll talk.
Oh,
All
they've tried that. They've tried.
Did they do a show there annually?
I don't believe they do. I know they
Alright.
also they brought in China or Chinese stars. That didn't work out just to bring in the Chinese market.
Yeah, China. See, that China markets. That's the
Yeah,
one.
but they're doing the same thing with India too. So that's all. I didn't say that it was bigger than China. Never said that. I'm saying they're both big markets. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah, but you can't say they're both big markets when you're talking about 35 million.
No, this is the same
1 point.
person. This is the same person who thinks that Killer Instinct.
Here we
is-
go. I knew this was
Yeah,
going in.
yeah, this is the same
Yeah,
person
there
who be
you
like, man, Killer Instinct on Twitch is huge, man. I'm like, Ed, there's literally 20 people watching Twitch on Killer Instinct on Twitch. He's like, but you haven't been to
It's
Combo
like-
Breaker, and I saw it was in the garage at my friend's house. It was the 1-car garage.
Combo
It was
Breaker.
packed.
Combo Breaker holds. Now that I know the numbers, Combo Breaker holds 6,000 people. The event alone.
It's like you having a backyard wrestling match and you going up to Vince McMahon and saying they're both big markets, you know.
No.
That's about as much sense you're making right now.
That's
No.
about, yes. That's the
they're
equivalent.
both big markets.
Yeah, they're really huge, man, and it's about the same. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna record this and I'm gonna play this on like Facebook video, man. It's kind of the same thing like you see it on TV, on TBS or TNT, but
True.
it's whatever. Ed. So
Yeah, it's sorry, just to quickly butt in because I was talking about the Warcraft,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Warcraft in the U.S. made about $47 million, right?
mhm.
Mhm.
In China, it made $225.5 million.
Shit.
So you're talking. That's what I'm saying. Like China means big bucks if you can actually appeal to that market.
Yeah, I can believe it. China is huge, and like when I used to play WoW, I mean, you used to have the Chinese gold farmers. Like, holy shit, like you didn't
Oh,
have
yeah,
American.
remember they had like real life, like almost like slave houses
Yeah.
where it would just be people constantly all day like mining shit, and then you could buy the whatever it was.
Yeah, you
I'm
literally.
reading the chat. It's fun.
Yeah, I literally used to play. I used to play WoW, and it was never like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the American gold farmers and buy gold from them." It was always, "I'm gonna go buy gold from the Chinese farmers," because they literally would have people play like nonstop. One character would just be playing nonstop. They will be farming. So one person will play for 12 hours straight. Then they will go to sleep. The other person will come in and play for 12 hours. Then the other person will come back. And that's literally what they did 24/7 to produce gold. So WoW was and I think it probably still is a very big market over there. So I'm not surprised. In China, yeah, by the numbers, if you can get China hooked on something, like that's a great market to pop off on. So I am
Did
not
you
surprised.
guys like the movie?
But
I liked it.
A movie?
I don't remember anything.
Warcraft.
I think I liked
Oh.
it. I don't remember anything.
I liked it
about
because
I
it was
haven't seen
basically
it.
like watching one of those
Cutscene.
Blizzard's cutscenes.
Yeah,
just full
it was like a long
length,
cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the orcs were cool.
Orcs were
and,
cool. Yeah.
They
And
give
the
them a lot
people,
of like facial.
yeah, the
acting
people
or
scenes were
whatever.
not as interesting as the
No.
orc. The orc story
The
was way
orcs were
better.
the cool ones. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
can we be honest though? The Horde has always been a lot more interesting than the
Sure.
Alliance for sure. And the really cool thing is, one thing I absolutely hate about WoW is that The orcs are huge. Like they're just straight muscle and so forth.
Mhm.
The humans are just like regular ass humans, but they be staying toe to toe with the orcs. But in the movie, the orcs were fucking up the humans. Like they were flipping the horses and shit. Like I really like that because like in the game, of course, you gotta make it equal. I mean, it's just different races with different racial traits, whatever. Blah blah blah. But like the movie, they did show how big the orcs were comparatively. I like seeing Medivh. I like seeing what's his name? I forgot his name. Not the green the green orc.
Gandalf.
Shut
Gandalf.
up. Shut up.
Orcdolf the Great.
Yeah, I
Just an orc with a beard.
Oh, it's gonna bother me now. But I did like seeing like a lot of characters that I did I won't say grow up, but did watch or did play, know their storylines and WoW. So it was really cool. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
That is surprising they never got a like. I know there was a lot of talk about a sequel because of China, and
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
haven't
surprised
heard
there was
anything
never
about
a
a sequel.
Yeah.
Because I believe they're setting up, and I like when the movie came out, I read a lot about like the potential sequel that the orc character. I believe in the movie he has a son. The son is the main character that they would follow in the series. Like they were just setting up a lot of world building in the first movie. So it was a lot interesting. I'm not into WoW, but like the concept of what they're building up sounded very cool to me.
yeah, I don't really. I forgot. Honestly, I have to watch the movie again. I totally forgot what the story was about.
Yeah,
in
I
this
forgot
one.
what the story. I just like the
I don't know if
visuals.
they were trying to pick up with Thrall. I don't know if the baby it was supposed
The
to be
baby
Thrall.
is the baby's Thrall.
Okay, if it's supposed to be Thrall,
the-
then there's a lot of
Yeah,
stories.
so there's a lot of stories. So the setup was there for like expanding the universe.
Yeah,
Been interesting.
yeah, no, it would have been very interesting. And
Now, what would you guys prefer? Like, okay, so WoW, I don't know. I guess it's big in China. Do you think a StarCraft movie?
Yes.
Yeah, like I mean
think
that's
so.
internationally.
Oh my god, I would love a StarCraft movie.
Yeah, like right in Korea, that would do bananas in Asia,
Oof.
right? Don't they all
Yeah.
love StarCraft? Like OG
Yeah.
StarCraft?
Mm,
No?
I'm trying to think like. Would I want a StarCraft movie? I mean, that's because StarCraft is
Yes.
you
I
can
guess
do it.
now today you want to say I want a StarCraft television show.
Yeah, it'll be
but-
more of a television show, I would think.
Yeah, no,
It's-
I get you.
It's a lot to pack in trying to do a movie.
Yeah, I
especially
said that.
one movie.
I said that with Dune. and you know they did a good job.
And
Now,
they did a
granted,
good
it's
job.
two, but I know what you're saying. Prestige limited event series is way better to tell a story.
Would
like
they
that.
change? You think the Space Marines, since they're so close to the
Warcraft?
Warcraft? What's his name? God damn it,
Warhammer?
Grimdark. Warhammer.
Warhammer? Well, the Warhammer, they're never going to make a movie off of it, I don't
No,
think.
they would never.
Because
Because it would be rated R pretty much. And it
well,
would kill everyone.
I mean,
Yeah.
they could.
Once
They
it's
could.
watching.
They could do a great Grimdark movie, but I don't know what that would be an interesting market to tap. I'd rather see them tackle it through like a Netflix level animated production. Maybe they would have more
That's what I would
flexibility
what?
I would
There is
expect
an
that.
animated
to
series
do Warhammer, like a gritty
Warhammer.
Warhammer series.
Yeah, there's a Warhammer animated series.
Oh,
but
okay,
it
cool.
is hot garbage.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the stories are interesting, but the animation is like super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Which is surprising.
Which actually, there's a whole topic to talk about here that you just kind of reminded me of.
Netflix?
But I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump off El Muerto here.
Yeah, we keep like bypassing El Muerto.
Yeah,
That's
El
you
Muerto.
guys.
The more we
needs-
can bypass
he
it, the
demands.
better.
Yeah. I mean,
Demands his look. All right, here's my hot take on El Muerto. I have no idea the character. I have no reference to him. Yeah, he
He
seems like
looks
a Bane ripoff.
Bane knockoff.
Yeah.
Just watching
Well,
the drawings.
he's a
But
little.
the idea of a superhero luchador in that world of luchadors, like put superheroics and maybe some lore in there. I think that potentially could be a very cool idea.
It could
think so,
absolutely
too.
be. It could be definitely a cool idea.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of, and this is going far left field, and I don't expect you guys to know anything about this. There's so in the Bleach, 1,000-Year War, There is
All right. Let's move on here.
you go fuck yourself. So there's a luchador in there that he's a wrestler. He has a luchador mask and he has like superpowers. And how they did it was really cool. Like his superpower was he had a sidekick with him that no matter what damage he took, the sidekick cheered for him. He got stronger, like like a cheer, like a cheer on the side of the ring. You're like, hey, superstar, come on! And like whatever damage he took, he would heal from, and he would get stronger.
He's a Soul Reaper.
No, he's a Quincy. He was a Quincy.
Oh,
and he had
this is after my after I left the series.
Yeah, he probably left the series after like the very first arc. So I don't blame.
No,
him.
I watched it straight through. I watched it straight through.
Even through execution.
I watched it. I'm trying to think of the stuff that happened. It's been so long. They killed Eisen.
Well, Eisen's not dead, but
God damn it.
Wait, is this the guy that has?
I don't remember.
What's it called? Star pasties.
Yeah, Star Pasties. Yep.
Okay. I just looked him up right now.
Yeah, no, he's kind of a cool character, and his power was really cool. So I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know there's that game. What was that game? La Luchadore? Oh no.
Guacamelee.
Guacamelee. Yeah.
Guacamelee. Yeah. What a great game.
Awesome.
Love that game.
Yeah. So
me too.
I think we're at a point in time where we can actually, companies can definitely take more risk. Like, hey, start going into even if what's his name? El Muerto is
El
Muerto. Even if he's an unknown character, like someone takes him over. And granted, so for the backstory of El Muerto, he's only shown up twice in comic book appearance ever. So 2 comic book appearances. He's in the Spider-Man universe, and that's it. And it'll be cool if somebody takes that. Just like think of how we thought of the Suicide Squad. No one really knew about the Suicide Squad outside of diehard comic book fans, but they took a concept that was really cool overall. And I'm not talking about the failure of a movie that was the previous Suicide Squad. I'm talking about the second Suicide Squad movie, and then with Peacemaker, the good ones.
Yeah.
I think a better example is Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's even more fringe. Suicide Squad was more popular than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians was super fringe.
So, super fringe.
To comic book fans.
Sure, absolutely. So Guardians of the Galaxy, but you could take a concept that no one knows, and really doesn't have a lot of material out there. Yeah. And you could build on it and build a world where you have like luchadors, superheroes. I think that could actually be really dope, and I hope that they do something with that. Now, do I want Bad Bunny to be the main actor? Well, I don't know if this is supposed to be animated or it's supposed to be live action. Do you guys know?
I think it's
live action.
See, I don't know about Bad Bunny. I really don't listen to.
I don't know, but I was like, I've never heard of Bad Bunny till now. But like the actor, musician, dancer, wrestler, professional wrestler.
Yeah, he was a wrestler too.
Talented, seems talented as hell, but I have no idea if he's good or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Recently, he's been in 2 WWE pay-per-views where he's actually wrestled, and for his knowledge, he did actually pretty good. I think this is a good tie-in because he actually wrestled and actually brought in butts and seats. That this being in a wrestling entertainment TV show. I think it's actually a very smart move because he did put a lot of butts in seats.
So, I know he's like a big wrestling fan.
I didn't know that. So hey, if he can do it, awesome. I mean, it's just a weird move from Marvel.
It's an odd choice.
It's an odd choice for sure. Absolutely.
Now, I would want him. The only thing I'd want from this movie is for him to fight Bonesaw.
He might. I mean,
is Bonesaw?
How?
Yeah,
I don't know. CG, bring him back somehow.
Necronomicon, bring.
I don't know.
Out of the grave.
All I know is Bonesaw is ready, and we're ready to go.
I really think if he wasn't in those 2 pay-per-views, that he wouldn't even be talked about to have this role. So I think it's a smart
Bad
move.
Bunny is pretty famous, my
friend. He's pretty famous.
Music-wise,
he's gigantic.
I didn't know who Bad Bunny was.
Me neither. I'm right there with you. I had no idea.
The age group that appeals to the Bad Bunny appeals to.
Yeah, but he has shoe collaborations. He has
with my
shoe collaboration sells out every time.
Yeah, with my younger cousins, my young nephews, and everything, they're all about Bad Bunny. He's extremely popular.
I'm not saying he's not. I didn't know about him until he was in the first pay-per-view event. Like, oh, who's this guy? Okay, whatever, cool.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's a one-off thing that they announced. I was very surprised about it because I can honestly say, how a lot of people say, no one ever asked for this. Like we were talking about before, like Morbius back in the day, nobody asked for a Morbius standalone movie. But here comes El Muerto, and nobody asked for El Muerto series or a movie or
they
whatever.
really want to scrape up all like the deep like corners of the Spider-Man villain bucket, huh?
Yeah.
They're just they're obscure villains.
Yeah, I mean they're dead set on making the Sinister Six happen. It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got,
here's a couple things. Like talking about Sony, I believe they are doing a Venom 3 that's confirmed, right? And then they also confirmed something else. Another Sony.
There's another Sony movie
production.
Super.
They just did two Ghostbusters. So I mean, we liked Ghostbusters. So Ghostbusters 2, they said that's a go, and then Venom 3 is a go. So they just announced both of those.
I thought it was another one.
As much as we didn't like Venom.
You didn't like Venom?
Well, as much as I guess we generally, I think we all just didn't like it, right?
It was okay. We said it was okay. Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was okay.
Venom 2, I guess, is like I thought Venom 2 was a hot mess, but I guess people liked Venom 2. So they're getting Venom 3. That's how it works. That's how it works.
But
even a garbage movie does good, you get a sequel.
Venom, speaking about
Sonic the Hedgehog,
movies,
you get
whoa, hold on, pump the brakes.
Whatever,
Sonic 2, whatever.
Still applies. The rule still applies.
Sonic 2 not only made money, it's actually a good movie. Morbius, on the other hand, I think I'm the only person who saw Morbius. Made a lot of money. It's hot garbage.
Morbius did not make a lot of money.
Yeah, I think
it made a lot of money the first weekend.
The thing is, did Morbius did they cover their bills pretty much? Did they cover the price of the film?
Don't quote me on it, but I think they did.
Let's take a look.
Not quite sure.
Keep talking. I'll look it up.
To Google it, of course. Yeah. But it made money first weekend.
I mean, what is your definition of it? It made money? Like you bought a ticket and it made money, or it was a success?
It made money.
I believe it was a box office bomb, my friend.
It actually made more. The budget for the movie was 75 to 83 million box office. I don't know as far as what date, but it's made 157 million.
So that's domestic, right? So that's
worldwide.
Is that world?
Oh, that's worldwide.
157.
Yeah, so that's a bomb.
That's a bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, domestic is 69.
Domestic was 69.
Let's see.
So, well, I mean, so that's it. You're not going to get a Morbius sequel, I don't believe.
From what I've seen, it looks like they're going towards that direction.
What are you? And you're talking about in the boardrooms of Warner Brothers where you work, or?
Yes, exactly.
What do you mean by what you've seen from what you've seen?
So there's end credit scene and.
Okay, so you're talking about in the movie. So basically, you're still waiting on the Dragon Ball Evolution sequel because from what you've seen, they have that scene.
Yeah, just because they add a stinger at the end doesn't
from
mean
what he's seen, guys, that's confirmed.
This stinger is tied to Spider-Man, so there is a possibility he could either have a new movie or somehow
just
pop
because
up
that happens doesn't mean that it's going to occur.
Well, even the director said he was like, I don't understand. It wasn't his decision to make references to Spider-Man and Morbius as much as they did. He was more of the fact of like, I'm making a standalone movie. Obviously, Morbius,
which is ridiculous. I mean, Morbius is this character that is dependent on Spider-Man.
But he was saying in the trailers, like in the trailer for the movie, they had all the Spider-Man references, and he was like, "That's not really what I wanted to do." He's like, just like how Venom doesn't really reference Spider-Man, or it references Spider-Man to at the end credits. But other than that, there's no Spider-Man reference talking about, oh man, wonder if Spider-Man is going to show up. It's just not. That's just not how the movie's built. So we know that they exist in the same somewhat universe, but it's not. It's loosely tied.
you are the only one who's seen the Morbius movie. What is your review?
So
Hit us.
funny thing about the trailers, that one part that we see a picture of Spider-Man on the wall and it says murderer, that's not even in the movie.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
the director said.
terrible. It's not in the movie. It's like, why even put it in the trailer if it's not going to be in the movie? What was your question, Darkseid?
I said, what's your review of the movie?
Oh, review. I would give it a 3 out of 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there are bits and pieces that are okay, but there's plot holes. The casting, I don't feel the casting. I think Jared Leto is a good actor. But I think this was not the movie for him. I kind of feel bad for him because he's been in so many movies.
Now, does he suck blood like a vampire, or does he do it like the animated series where he has the things on his hands?
So he does suck blood like a vampire, but the thing is, there's no blood.
He's after that sweet plasma. Do they call it plasma?
They call it. I think it's not called plasma. It's called something.
Remember Spider-Man the animated
blood.
series? They couldn't show.
It's artificial.
They couldn't
blood.
show. They couldn't show blood. They couldn't show vampires because it was a cartoon. So they had to like call it plasma, and they had to have him like suck blood through the energy sucking. Yeah, like he's an energy vampire.
Yeah, I would prefer that over this. So they made artificial blood, and the blood was blue.
Yeah,
and when he killed
a reference
people,
to Sonic, right?
Very doubtful. Very doubtful. If anything, probably
should
have been because Sonic was a whole lot better than this. A whole lot better than this. So when he killed people, there was no blood. When he
that's clean. That's clean kill. That's what they call it.
Very clean.
Wow.
Very clean. When he actually drank blood, it wasn't. He did like bite people and drink their blood and turn one person into a vampire, which I don't think you could do that, but apparently he did it. So when he did drink blood, it was from bags, and they were blue. It was his artificial blood that he made. And one scene that really, really made me laugh is when, if you can only see the scene, when he is confronted by Tyrese and some other guy, like they're asking him, like, do you know who this guy is who's murdering people? And Blrd says, no, I don't. And then things start happening, and Leno, whatever his name is,
Jay Leno.
Jared Leto. He vampire jumps.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, you seen this? You heard about this? Have you seen this?
You get here with this blue blood?
There are so many. There are so many cuts. It's ridiculous. This scene makes no sense at all. He's vampire jumping from the bottom of a building all the way to the top, straight to the top of the building, on the roof within at least a good 5 seconds. He's dodging bullets on his way up. He gets on the top.
As you do.
And this is before he can fly. So he gets on the top. He doesn't know what to do. He turns around. Tyrese is right behind with a gun to his head. How in the world did Tyrese go that fast?
It's too fast, too furious, man.
Too fast. That's what I was gonna say. You haven't watched Fast and Furious movies. Now, where was Ludacris in the sequence? Is
exactly.
Yeah,
where was Luda?
In space. He's in space with his car.
You don't know how Nas works. Then it's a silly question to ask. Obviously, he could get there before Morbius, and he flew up the side of the building.
If I could show the scene to you, it made no sense at all.
And Black Girl's Hack, Jared Leto is not my baby father. That's the wrong person. You always get the white guys confused. Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, not Jared Leto. Jeez. Man.
He's a great actor.
He is a great actor, but man, stop confusing all these guys. Like, jeez. Like,
I can see the similarities.
I can't.
All right, no, there's no
similarities.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a phenomenal actor.
Yes.
Don't ever besmirch his name. All right?
No, I'm saying appearance-wise.
Oh, appearance-wise, but she doesn't know that. She couldn't pick either one out of a lineup, so that's what I'm saying. She's just going by the name. So you give Morbius 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
Okay, and only because Tyrese was too fast, too furious for Morbius.
Oh, that dropped it from a 4 to a 3.
4 to a 3. Wow. You are a harsh
baby boy.
Not baby boy. Yeah, not baby boy now.
No, if you saw this scene, it made no sense how he got up there so fast.
But have you seen Baby Boy though?
Yeah, right.
Yes,
You're not
he
answering the
literally-
question.
He from the bottom, from
Yeah,
the
have you
first
seen
floor.
Baby Boy?
Yes, I have, but from the
And the
first
sweet
floor
opening scene.
all the way.
So that
to
doesn't
the
answer your
last
question?
Roof. Of
Was he on a bicycle?
Probably was.
Maybe because Ed Underground is asking the wrong questions. That's why. That's why the scene doesn't make sense to him. But hey, you know what? Until you see Tyrese, avoid a shootout from AK-47s on ice in a Lamborghini Murcielago. I think it's a Murcielago. No, it might be an Aventador. But for him to be able to avoid all this gunfire and somehow get his door shot by a tank, and he goes underwater but holds onto the door in sub-zero freezing water and pops out and somehow gets back into the tank. Don't ever question him. Don't ever question him.
Tyrese went into space.
He went to space.
That still makes more sense in this scene.
Because he had family.
Yeah.
Not the
You're not
end.
That's all that
family
really
on
matters at the end of the day. Family.
Vin Diesel
exactly.
somehow pulled him all the way up there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Family.
Well, I think we all can agree that we're probably not going to see this movie until it comes out on streaming.
And
even then, we probably still won't watch it. I guess it's like almost like a Black Widow for me.
You know what this will be? This will be when we all choose to watch a shitty movie that's part of a subscription service.
Yeah, we'll
That's
do a
what this will
re-review.
end up being.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
like
I can watch more.
Catwoman.
Like Catwoman,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me sad that Jared Leto, he just constantly he's the L. Like I can't think of anybody else. Like when they do a movie, you automatically know it's going to do bad. I can't think of anybody else who's like that.
Again,
I
as
feel
a
bad for
lead,
him.
he cannot
As a
be
lead,
the lead.
he cannot be a lead.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I say the only person I can see that being maybe a bigger flop is probably Ezra Miller at this moment. Because Ezra Miller,
Oh, he got in trouble again. Did
he
you guys
actually
hear about that?
yeah, he actually got arrested.
He cannot stay out of trouble.
Well, they cannot stop getting in
Sorry,
trouble.
you're right. Sorry
They-
about that. I'm an ignorant bastard.
You're right.
They
Wow.
cannot stay out of trouble.
Yeah, jeez.
So they need to get fired.
Well, the thing is,
They need to get replaced.
They do.
if they get fired, I mean, first that's gonna mess up.
Yeah, that's a
Flash-
little late in the game.
Yeah,
here.
like that's a little late. Like he's showing up in several.
Okay, all right, real quick. Quick. How, what do you think the state of the Warner Brothers executive boardroom is right now between the Fantastic Beasts performance?
I was
between their
actually going to talk
issues-
about that.
Between the issues with Johnny Depp, between this Ezra Miller thing, Amber Heard is in Aquaman. What do you
She's
think
taking
the
dumps
state?
on beds.
Takes and dumps on beds.
I mean, generally speaking, what do you think what's the word here?
What's the state? What's the current state?
Cataclysm?
What's the
What's the
state?
ambiance?
What's the ambience? Are they locking the windows? Are they not allowed
I
people near
think
the
they're
edge?
probably gonna lynch the casting director, and then from there on, God knows what.
Wow.
How many? But the problem is that how many people did they have to go through? Like how many series did they have to retcon and completely dismantle for them to actually get out of the
Can they
shithole?
catch a break? Do you guys feel? All right, I legitimately feel bad for Warner Brothers at this point.
I feel bad for him, and no, we not screw them too, because they're the ones that let
No way,
go
man.
of Snyder.
They
So screw them.
Well, they didn't let go of Snyder. He stepped away.
He stepped down,
away.
and they had to move forward. They
Yeah.
can't just stop a $1 billion thing like that.
Right.
It's too far underway. They have
For a
investors.
situation like that, they could have at least made some accommodations.
Well, go ahead, tell that to the shareholders and all their stuff that they're counting on here.
Well, the thing is, so we know that so Warner Bros got bought out, right? So they merged, right, with
Oh no,
AT&T?
it's Discovery that
Discovery, so Discovery got burned, but was it Discovery? I thought it was
Warner Brothers is
AT&T
good.
and Discovery, which Warner Brothers is owned by AT&T, right?
right. I think so. So I
Yeah.
think they did the merge, but now
we're so far removed from it. They're part of it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
in either case, I think I sent you guys that article where they're saying that Warner Brothers is currently whoever is in charge of Warner Brothers now. It's not the original Warner Brothers group that we thought of before, back when the whole Snyder situation happened. I think it's another group now that's in charge, how they were talking about Man of Steel. They want to revitalize Man of Steel. How Man of Steel is because we think about it. We already know that. We already know that Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, they're the holy trifecta of the DC universe.
Yeah,
the DCEU, that's the backbone. Fuck the Flash, fuck Aquaman. It is those three.
But we need the Flash though to
no. They are not. But yeah, they're not the backbone. Like it's like saying for the Avengers. I'm saying it's like the Avengers. It's Iron Man, it's Thor, it's Captain America. Those are the three. Like fuck the Hulk, fuck Black Widow. Those are the three. So this is the Holy Trinity, and Warner Brothers is pretty much saying, why have we got a new Superman movie? Why is Superman not? Why is Man of Steel? There's not Man of Steel 2. Why, if there's not gonna be a Man of Steel 2, why hasn't Man of Steel or Superman been retconned and we have a new Superman? So I think that right now there's a reckoning that's happening with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers right now, the hype for Harry Potter is gone. Just like what Darkseid said, Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore absolutely flopped. And that was the whole thing of whether they were wanting to continue on with the Fantastic Beasts series to see how well it did. They said they were not going to film anything else until we see what the box office sales are. The box office sales were absolutely abysmal, 282 million thus far. And to put it into perspective, the last Harry Potter movie made 1.3 billion in worldwide sales. So huge difference. And granted, is it on the level of Harry Potter? No. Can you capture that magic? No. But to barely covering the cost of the movie, I don't know if we're gonna see any more. So they have that dumpster fire. Then they have the Ezra Miller situation where people were very excited. They showed at the CinemaCon. They did show the new Flashpoint movie, and they said it got really good reviews. People said the trailer looks really good. That's the trailer, though.
The trailer or the movie?
The trailer. They didn't get to see a movie.
Okay.
So they saw the trailer for the movie, and they said it looked really, really good. Whether that turns into something, we don't know. We have to see. The DCEU in and of itself is in shambles. We have Aquaman coming out. What's the movie called? Something with Atlantis, Lost Kingdom. Aquaman.
I mean, the
Lost
last
Kingdom.
Aquaman was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
But the Aquaman is really literally holding up everything right now.
And Batman.
And Batman. Oh, yeah. And
those two
Batman
are holding up.
Well, okay. So you also have I know you guys are following the Johnny Depp situation right now.
I was going to get to that. Yeah, I was going to get to that last because that's the.
Because I think Warner Brothers are like, all right, we still have Aquaman. I was like, oh, what is this? What is this now?
Like, when you shit on someone's bed, you got caught on videotape saying no one's going to believe you because you're a man. Like you can't get any worse right now. And the world has practically turned on Amber Heard, and so it's just like Aquaman. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm partially trying to think, am I gonna boycott Aquaman because of Amber Heard? No. But at the same time, I hate the fact that she's in. They should have gotten
season 2.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's been confirmed.
She's what?
Oh crap!
And she's a primary character in the series.
Yeah.
Well, I know her character is, but I didn't know that she was still starring as that character.
Yeah, she's still Mira. They were gonna switch her out with Emilia Clarke, and that's what everybody wanted. But the director was like, "No, we're keeping Amber Heard." Warner Brothers said they wanted to keep Amber Heard because at the time she was still like, people still hated her because they got Johnny Depp kicked off of Pirates of the Caribbean. He got kicked out for Beast and so forth. So everybody the train was slowly moving against Amber Heard, but now it's a dumpster
It's full steam ahead.
Yeah, full steam ahead, like full hot pile
Emphasis
steam.
on dumpsters.
Isn't it funny that Johnny Depp has done nothing yet? He's been cast out of movies and stuff, but yet Amber Heard is doing everything.
I mean, well, you can't say he's done nothing.
He's done shit
bad
too.
Relationship. I mean, two very
from
toxic people should not have been in this relationship.
I mean, come on. If Johnny Depp poops in the bed or whatever. Nah.
Well, I think there's some mutual abuse here.
Somewhere I want to
probably do a little research there.
But either cases, I think what the Ed Underground is saying is that there should have been equal punishment on both sides.
There should have been,
but the problem is that Well, I'm not even gonna get into it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. That's
No,
not.
no.
Let's not get into it.
Why not?
Well, the
No.
thing is it should have been on Warner Brothers' side. Should have been equal punishment. Where okay, if we're gonna kick Johnny Depp off of Fantastic Beasts, we kick off Amber from
Aquaman
Aquaman
and whatever else.
Sure, in a
Yeah.
perfect world, that could have been the case, but it didn't happen like that. So we'll see what
In
happens.
the real world, we all know how it goes.
We know how it goes.
It's gone.
Unfortunately, guys will always be on the losing end when it comes to this type of things.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, we know what it is. That's just the way of the world. But
That's not my opinion, by the way.
what?
Oh, well, you wanted to hear from us, so what?
Yeah.
What
What you guys say?
Yeah, dark side.
What was the what specific thing were we talking about? Did we talk about two things just now?
You agreed to something you don't know about?
What part of this controversy are we like? I'm thinking of 50 things.
Equal rights about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
It's not equal rights. It's equal outcomes.
Yeah.
that's
Okay, so so they're both very toxic people. They should not have been in a relationship. They should have been treated equally. But what was this, 2-3 years ago when this happened?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
In the midst of a what was it called? Awakening, gender equality awakening.
Yeah, the Me Too thing or whatever.
Me Too trend.
Yeah.
So I mean, it happened at a time where it's going to tip in against Johnny Depp's favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we just
It
said.
would have tipped in anyone else's favor.
Yeah, I think the problem is that it was just Warner. I think what people are really trying to pick, like if Disney had kept Johnny Depp but kicked him off, if Warner Brothers had kicked him off Fantastic Beasts, then it's still been kind of fair. It's just like, okay, we're not gonna have both people under the same movie studio. Sure, but he still would have kept Pirates of the Caribbean. But because of all the controversy, he got kicked off pretty much the Pirates of the Caribbean. And now he says, hey, I'll never work with Disney ever again. I think he feels slighted because of the fact of how they handle the situation, which is...
Guarantee you he will.
I guarantee you he won't.
You don't think he will?
I don't think he will.
I would have to agree with Creamcast. I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I think that Disney has very deep pockets, and when the time comes, I think they're going to make
give
one.
it enough
I think
time
you need to also
and
look up
enough money.
Mr. Depp's financial situation is very interesting. Just look that up.
I think
he's in trouble. Not in trouble.
He's a Nicolas Cage.
I was going to say, ask Mr. Nicolas Cage and Wesley Snipes, and then come back to me what Johnny Depp's going to do.
Well, I did hear that. Snipes. Yeah. Don't you dare! He's a damn national treasure. So is Nicolas Cage. I mean, we don't know what will happen. I don't think he will. But we'll see. By the way, happens.
great joke there. It kind of flew over my head, but very good.
What's that?
What?
The National Treasure.
Yeah, that reference was very good.
I'm glad someone got it. I was just like,
oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
We're all so slow.
Yeah, I was like,
completely went over my head.
Yeah, I was gonna just let slide. I was like, man, you know what? 40 years from now, somebody's gonna listen to
this. Operating at another level here. Yeah. So I mean,
you need to know who you're podcasting with. You can't throw those high-end jokes at us.
Well, I think what's gonna happen like 40 years from now, like when the world is destroyed and like some alien civilization starts listening to this podcast, and we're like, holy shit, that guy was next level. And I'm gonna get the appreciation as I deserve as I'm getting anally probed and so forth. So
you were a galaxy brain at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's absolutely. I'm way ahead of you guys, but we'll see. Like Warner Brothers is in a really bad state, and I feel bad for them. I really hope that they do take the time, whoever the Warner Brothers execs, because I think we did complain about. We did like a passionate letter to them, like, guys, please rediscuss, like renegotiations with Snyder, and like I said, I think I mentioned like the person who leaked the Snyder cut being released is the same person that has said that Warner Brothers is actively talking to Zack Snyder currently to get him to rewrite the Snyder cut, because obviously we know everything that's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Rewrite the Snyder cut and actually going to get
Snyderverse
and reestablish the Snyderverse. Which, if that's the case, that's the smartest move that Warner Brothers can do for sure. Because right now the Harry Potter series is struggling. DCEU is absolutely struggling.
It is struggling.
Fuck, like I watched a portion of Wonder Woman 84 the other day, and I'm just like, This is a horrible
It's
ass movie.
bad.
This is
What's
real
that?
bad.
What's that quote that Thanos says? You return to me or something like that.
Is that your failures have after all your failures you come back to me, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Snyder
Yeah.
is the only person that can save him at the moment, but we'll see what James Wong is doing. Aquaman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
James Wong, hey, he did great on Aquaman 1. It was
He
a
did
fun.
very good.
It was a very
good.
fun movie for sure.
And again, we're forgetting about Batman too.
And the
Batman
Batman.
is
Well,
really, you know.
When has Batman missed though? Batman.
No, I know, but you're talking about
Ask
holding
the Ed
up,
Underground wouldn't have
holding
Batman.
up DC.
Don't do
Oh, this
that.
is way back years ago. Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
Go on.
no. Holding up DC, I mean, or
Yeah.
Warner Brothers. Batman is also,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
holding them up. So
Batman is absolutely the foundation of Warner Brothers, because other than that, Warner Brothers is hurting at the moment
yeah,
with franchises.
they need. Again, I know you disagree, but when they bring back Superman, they need to
shut the
tap
hell up.
into the. I'm just telling you, you can't do a dark Superman. It just historically hasn't worked.
What do you mean, Man of Steel? Well, Man of Steel was pretty good.
Man of Steel was
To
very
you.
good. Yeah. Man of Steel was good. I like
Yeah,
Man of Steel.
was good.
But what
You talk box
Gre-
office?
No,
Yeah.
but he's saying thematically you can't go too dark with the content.
Yeah,
He's
'cause-
right.
Sure, yeah, because once you go dark, then you kind of have to stay in that frame. No, I get that. I
Yep.
mean, I understand what you're saying, and my viewpoint has changed on that a little bit. I like the
Well,
darker, but
in
it makes sense.
light of these in light of the news, exactly what we're talking about, there's been some talk about the Superman script that's being written.
Yeah.
The new one that's going to reboot kind of the franchise.
Mhm.
There's not a lot known about it, but like they're talking about how it's going to be more of a golden age Superman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you
He's
need.
going to be able to I don't know about time period, but it's going to be more like he can't fly, but he can leap tall
the
buildings in a single bound. Yeah, all the original golden age
Fast on a
powers.
spinning bullet.
Yeah.
And then they're definitely the only other note there was that they're casting, it's colorblind casting, so they're not. It doesn't need to be a white Lois Lane or a white Jimmy Olsen. It's they're
no.
looking to cast
Ed Underground.
Ed Underground.
You activate my
Underground.
trap card. Hey, dark green turn. Yeah, activate your trap card.
Activate the trap card.
Yeah,
right
it needs to
now,
go
yes.
right now.
Mhm.
Darkseid knew exactly what he was doing.
Mhm.
You know what it is, though. It didn't work, though.
It worked, no, because you should have saw
I
your
saw
face.
your eyes getting bigger.
No, I did
that
on
It's like
purpose.
colorblind.
Yeah, your eyes went glossy. Like I saw some tears coming.
Mhm.
I see the veins. Literally, you have veins popping out of your forehead right
I
now.
always had veins.
No.
Would you be cool with a black Lois Lane?
What?
Ed? Would
Say
you
it
be
again?
cool with a
He
black Lois
choked on
Lane?
his food.
Oh, just his
I-
rage.
If they're casting,
It's actually honestly, it's literally calls for an Asian American Lois Lane. You can look it up.
That'd be fine.
Okay.
As long as it's not Zoe Saldana.
Oh,
That's my
you
trap.
just jinxed it. You
Yeah,
jinxed
right.
it. It's gonna be Zoe
it
Saldana.
might. There's a trap right there.
She's gonna be with a white alien again. A white
But
guy
then
alien.
if it is Zoe Saldana, you're confirmed that it's White Superman though.
Oh, it's already been
It's
confirmed.
confirmed.
That,
That's how we
Yeah.
know. We gotta keep track on that.
So
Lois
you
Lane
might
casting.
want to just to make sure you have a White Superman. You might want to support the Zoe Saldana Lois Lane.
Well, I'm 9 for 10 on Zoe Saldana. I think the only one that she got me in is like one of her earlier movies.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I don't miss when it comes to
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana.
she knows you by reputation.
She
too.
does know me. She
Yeah.
probably like,
We
God
treat her.
damn it, that
Heard
cream
that.
cast. He just gave up my role again. But I mean, yeah, Asian American, I would be cool with that. I think Asian American Lois Lane, I think that would be actually pretty awesome. I like switch it up, man. Jimmy Olsen being his black's best friend, cool. Like I'm totally fine with that. Because if it's not, it's gonna be just a straight white cast, and I don't want that. If we're not gonna get a black Superman, which I'm cool not getting a black Superman at this point, I just want a good Superman. Like, yeah, switch up the characters a little bit and give us some diversity for sure. Because their race is not. I mean, even with Superman, the race is actually not that important. There's nothing that states that you have to be any color for any of these characters to tell the same story. You tell a colorblind person, literally a colorblind person, about Superman, they're not going to be. Well, I can't necessarily speak for colorblind people, but you know what I'm saying. Like the story is not set like, oh man, Superman grew up in Kansas only on a white farm and raised by white
It's
parents.
part of his
And all
character.
of a
He
sudden
has
now he's gonna
beautiful
grow up
pearly
in-
white skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually
now-
doesn't tan ever because
No.
his super kryptonite white
He
skin.
absorbs all of the. Actually, he does absorb the sun.
He does
He
absorb the
does.
sun.
It's true,
Yes.
yeah.
That's where his power comes from.
That's why he's white. He has to be white. He can't be black.
Wow.
Yeah, he can't have no melanin. Come on. Now.
Yeah, come on. He'll be too powerful.
Yeah, if it was a black Superman, he just tears the world in half. Ah!
Oh man, we're about to get canceled. And NAACP is like, oh, gotta get those guys. They're on to something.
Why
Yeah,
so quiet, Darkseid?
I agree with all this.
yeah.
He did.
He's all for the race swamping. So,
Yeah.
Well, if it works, we'll go on.
so Darkseid, do you have any other details about the Superman script or?
No, just that colorblind casting.
It's
and
like
the
an
Golden Age
initial, right?
powers. Yeah, it's just like a. So yeah, the only other note that I saw was that they're trying to approach the Superman movie in the same way that the Batman was approached.
Mhm.
Suicide Squad was approached. Their successes where they're not tied down to something big, and they're just kind of a good
Yeah, just good standalone
production.
That-
Yeah, the
that's
Joker
what
was cited.
works
Mhm.
for
Yeah, so-
Warner Brothers.
So that's what they're kind of looking at. The Superman movie is how do we make a good Superman movie on its own, untethered to all these other requirements. So they're kind of like going down like back to basics with
Bring
Superman.
back, bring
That'd be
back
good.
It's too
Calvin.
late in the game to do what Marvel has done, or it would take a great.
I
feat.
think there's still time to do what Marvel's done, and that's called the Snyderverse. You could just reinvest in that, and you can have two
Or yeah,
simultaneous.
or have the
ideas.
Snyderverse be like its
Yeah.
own thing,
Yeah,
and
have
then the
its own thing.
standalone movies be separate things.
Yeah,
I
I
would-
don't think you would confuse anyone at this point if you did.
I
Yeah,
think
no.
the answer right now is crap. What's that movie called?
They're about to do it with the Flash. You're gonna
That's what I'm
have
talking about.
Yeah.
four Batmans running around anyway. So the public is already acclimatized to the multiverse. Just go ahead and bring the Snyderverse back.
See,
Easy peasy.
what they really should have done is when they reboot the entire DCEU, they should have made it so that they tied the Flashpoint. The Flashpoint could have been one of the greatest multiversal movies of all time.
Yes.
Because we could have had a sneak peek of all these different universes of a Golden Age Superman, and then a dark world of Snyderverse and so forth. Like this could have been like one of DCEU's greatest achievements, Warner Brothers' greatest achievements in movie and story in comic book storytelling. But
Ezra Miller says,
Ezra-
nah.
Ezra Miller, he's like, you know what? I see the future, and I'm just going to mess it up for everybody.
Ezra Miller also in Fantastic Beasts. That's the other tie-in factor. So
Really?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So
They
that's
actually
what I'm
went
saying. Warner Brothers execs are sweating.
Yes, well, that's the
All
problem
of
when you have too much overlap with your actors. Like you have
Mm-hmm.
Ezra Miller in both your DCEU and into your Harry Potter series. Then you have Amber Heard in your DCEU. I mean, who else? Who else has been a piece of shit recently? Well, I'm not gonna say Ray Fisher because I really want to put him into that. Well, then you
I
had
mean,
the controversy. Yeah, the controversy.
Johnny Depp too when they switched
Johnny
out Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I was
so-
thinking, what's his name?
Ray Fisher. Yeah, true.
Not Ray. Well, who's the director of the?
Oh yeah, Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. You had that
Oh,
issue
yeah.
with him, and you had the
Yeah, it's
issue
been a
with
bad time. It's been a real bad time.
like every movie has been touched by some type of controversy, which sucks.
Yeah,
It
which is
sucks.
crazy because Marvel has not had. It's either the mouse. The mouse has superior control, and they bury things, which is possible.
Very
Or-
possible.
It's just like they just run a tight ship and they know what they're doing, which is also very possible.
Or both.
Yeah, they do.
Or both.
Well, they definitely. I know for I'll say I know for a fact. They've talked about the Marvel contracts are they're not like, oh, you know, hey, they're really like
Ironclad. Look,
ironclad. Yeah, they're ironclad.
Gina Carano.
yeah,
Gina Carano.
exactly.
There you go.
Like
You don't mess with that mouse, and
Yeah.
if you do, out. Payday's over. I think most of these actors understand you want to stay on the train because Disney will treat you well many years down the cycle.
Yeah.
So if you're smart about it, just do the job, walk away. But Warner Brothers just doesn't seem to have that. It needs to just like
like, if you're gonna have controversy,
Rein them in.
don't have controversy that's actually going to affect the bottom line of Disney. Like a good example, like Tom Cruise. Like, you know, people have been clowning Tom Cruise with the Scientology situation and how the Scientology is like a cult and all this other BS, right? But there's already been rumors that he's gonna show up in Doctor Strange's Universe of Madness as
we'll see.
We'll see. But there's been rumors about it. But I wouldn't surprised if they put him in here because, like, once again, the controversy around people, like they took. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. in of himself, he was a huge gamble at the time as Iron Man. So to the fact that they are willing to bring people in as gambles is fine. Just don't screw the pooch, man. Like,
also, by all accounts, Scientology is a cult.
Let's not do that.
You're more afraid of Scientology than
grade tutor. You may have to.
What?
You know what?
It is a cult.
Come and get us, Scientology.
All right. Well, you say that.
Got all members of the Blrd Podcast.
You heard me.
You say that until Will Smith comes and then slaps all of y'all.
Slaps your bitch ass face.
Yeah,
that's right. Come get me, motherfucker. Was it Miscavige or what was his name?
Yeah, Miscavige. Yeah,
Miscavige. Come get me, bitch.
What?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
David
find me
Miscavige,
at twitch.tv/The Underground.
Yeah.
All
Come at us.
Get me.
Come at us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before you come at me, subscribe.
Oh, at least hey, I mean, hey, I think that's a fair ask. I mean, because they only streams like once a month, so
that is true.
Wow,
that's really true. So, all right. So outside of that, have you guys seen any Moon Knight or Halo recently?
I've actually seen both.
Okay. I watched last week's Moon Knight. I haven't watched it today.
I saw part of today.
So I'm fully caught up on Moon Knight.
Even today?
Yeah, today was the release of the latest
I guess today is. I watched it today. So
yeah, because I mean, it comes out at 3
Wednesdays
o'clock.
is when they,
so I would have seen it. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I guess I could wait for you guys to watch it. But
who was that hippo?
That hippo is Hungry Hippos, and it's amazing. They're finally tying in the board game universe.
Nice.
Finally confirmed.
Hasbro Mattel has officially.
I'm not gonna go into any there's no point in going into the details without saying that Moon Knight is shaping up and continuing. We're up. That was episode 5. Episode 6 will be the final episode. I am very, very sad because this is one of the best Disney Plus shows ever. Every episode is just like, I'm at the end of every episode.
It's a banger.
There is no way we're not going to get any more episodes. I'm going to be furious. I hope we get that movie. I hope we get another season because it keeps it as it tries to conclude the story. It is opening up more doors, more questions. And if you've seen the 4th episode, we're talking about the 5th episode. If you've seen the 4th episode, there's something at the tail end of the 4th episode that is a huge, giant thing that they don't reference again, but it is incredibly important. And the 5th episode is one of those things. When you guys watch it, I have a feeling people are going to have to rewatch it several times because there are a lot of.
In that case, don't go into.
Yeah, I'm not going into it.
I'm
just going to say
that. Does it have to do something with the sarcophagus?
Yes, has to do with the sarcophagus.
Okay,
there's several sarcophagus in the episode. But it has to do with. But it's like again that questioning what your reality is, and there are something like I don't know if it's a mistake, but I didn't notice something and I questioned something and I didn't really think about it. And I scrolled down into a comment section of one review that I was looking at and somebody had mentioned things that I was like, oh my God, they're right. And it's one of those things where, when it's all concluded, you're going to go back and watch this episode again to point out, oh man, that's what that is. They're referencing, it's like flew over your head several times.
Something you miss.
So it's a very good episode. It's a very satisfying episode. Again, Moon Knight, man, hats tipped to Mr. Kevin Feige and all the people who make the decisions over at Marvel on what to make, what not to make. Oscar Isaac is a phenomenal actor.
He is good,
And he's blown it out of the water. And this episode probably his best performance.
Damn.
So
his character.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to praise it too much, but it's a really solid series so far. They could
good.
only shit the bed in the final episode. I don't see it happening.
I hope not.
I just want more Moon Knight.
I do
hope
want more.
Disney understands we want more Moon Knight. They nailed it with this.
You think there'll be a season 2? Was it like
I want a season 2? I want a movie. I want something, but I want more of this character, and I want more of this world. Like I said, when you get to it, it boggles my mind. We're on the 5th of a 6-episode series because you're just scratching the surface on some of these like concepts with Khonshu and
The afterlife.
reality?
the afterlife and the Egyptian gods and their avatars and what they've been, how they're operating on Earth and what they're doing and the rules. There's so many cool things that can go down. Moon Knight's arch enemy is a character named Bushman. They never even shown that character, right? They've referenced him for the first time recently, and it's not a secret. You know, he's part of Moon Knight's origin, but it's like having a Batman TV show and never referencing the Joker, and like until the end, like Batman Begins did. So it's one of those things where I didn't think they would go this far and have enough material to do this without jumping right into the nitty gritty of Moon Knight, and they've done it, and it's really good. So I'm very excited for the future of the character.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily need to see him operate with the other MCU characters. I have no care for it at all.
I want to see him.
I don't really. I mean, he's very interesting. When he's in the comic books and he's doing his talking to himself thing, there's a lot of very funny reactions that are, you know, when he's part of the Avengers or ever. Where like Captain America declared him like not fit to be an Avenger, all this like stuff you can reference in the MCU, but he in and of itself and what they're doing is way more interesting. So very excited.
Yeah, he's a very interesting character. I want to at least see him interact with the future Avengers. I think that'd be good. Can't see him being an Avenger because of what you said earlier too. But
he is. He's been on the Avengers.
You think he could be an Avenger in the MCU?
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of that character is he could be on the Avengers in the MCU until people start to go like, "What's wrong with Moon Knight?"
Yeah,
and that's what happens in the comic books where he's like, "Hey, Moon Knight's here, cool." And then after like a couple hours, like, "What the fuck's wrong with Moon Knight?" That's literally what happens in the comic books. So
it makes perfect sense though, especially how they really play it. Like doing it on paper is one thing, but doing it in live action where you actually are questioning his sanity, like, do you like questioning what's really happening or what you're seeing is actually happening in real time? Mm-hmm. That's a feat. And you know, like a lot of times people can just theory craft and they can nail it on the first try. Moon Knight just keeps you guessing, and Moon Knight constantly, I won't say it keeps you guessing, but it keeps you intrigued.
It keeps you intrigued. Like, I mean, they're not like the thing I'm talking about where there's a scene like you'll watch again and again and again. Mm-hmm. It's not like you'll be blown away by what I'm talking about, but like the way it's contained and hidden within the episode, it's nice. The way they've packaged it is appreciative. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nothing's better than you having to go back and capture things in movies. I honestly can't remember the last time it has actually happened where I had to go back and reference something was probably maybe Game of Thrones. And that was probably like
Inception.
Well,
I'm talking about more like
Inception's way back. I mean,
yeah. I'm talking about more
of a
like series,
right.
Yeah. Like Game of Thrones has probably been the one I had to like go back and reference and remember like small little things, especially in the earlier seasons.
You know, another thing that with Disney, what they're doing that initially I was like, I don't know about this. All of these characters that are like multicultural or draw from different cultures, like Moon Knight, your Black Panther, Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi, when Disney announces the production teams for these characters, it's not just white directors running around like directing everything. They will go and get like Shang-Chi is directed by Asian, like a creator. You know, Moon Knight is directed by like an Egyptian guy. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And a team of like writers who are Egyptian. And Miss Marvel, same thing. They're like, you know, Indian or Pakistani. And then what was the other one I was talking about? Black Panther was the first one to do it. So when you look at that and you go, you can, you know, the woke alarm goes off where it's like, is this the best for the product or is this the best for the image, that it's a woke, right in the beginning, they've been like, hey, look how woke we are. But I think now this proves that, yeah, you can go down that woke road and you can get an outstanding product. I don't know we would have gotten if you didn't have that, like that. I don't know if it's some,
You have to have a connection
cultural
to culture.
identity.
Yeah, you have to have
What
cultural
strikes
connection.
me? Yeah, the music strikes me at the end of every episode of Moon Knight, where it's this music I probably would never have heard if the right people weren't involved in the production of this. And it's just like, it's just the little subtleties that I think that I think Disney's. I think it's an interesting move, and I think it's very smart.
Well,
Could go down.
I think they got the story part down that is more important first, and then have all the bits and pieces that make up the story even better, instead of like having the bits and pieces over the story. They got the story first, and then they're able to like bring in like the what do you say, the not the atmosphere, but the
You could say atmosphere.
I guess, yeah, but they got the story down first. Like Moonlight, I think.
Yeah,
Moonlight,
but the story alone would not be, I think, as strong as the final package we're looking at. I mean, the final package is just, even Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac was cast because he's Jewish.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like Disney would not have cast Oscar Isaac. That the girl Elena or Ilana, whatever her name is, she's Egyptian or Middle Eastern. She's she and all of these, like, the casting is rock. All these actors are amazing. They're all great.
the casting
They're
makes
all
sense.
killing. It makes sense, but I don't know if we're looking at some kind of 1 in a billion perfect woke casting and woke execution, and it's just works everywhere, or that's not the best way to go about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. This is not a. This is either the thing that proves that woke casting is, or woke. What is the word? Woke decision making. Wokeness is the right way to go, and everything's going to be great. Or this is just a fluke. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell.
I don't think it's a fluke.
I don't think it's a fluke. I think this is literally they got This is I think this is what the woke crowd, when you get outside of all the static and all the outside noise, because I feel like it's a lot of the minority, no pun intended. It's a lot of the minority with a loud voice. I think majority of people, overwhelming majority of people, want more diversity in movies, because a lot of like I was saying before, like Superman's story does not have to be built around race. It doesn't have to tell the story. You can have any race of a person in there. Just because it was a white character, you gotta look at the times it was created. But like all these series like Moon Knight and so forth, Black Panther, the good thing you have brought up about like the Black Panther composer was Ludwig Göransson, and he's a white Swedish guy, and I like Ludwig. He's done a lot of great soundtracks that I like. But the thing is that Marvel, from what I can understand, Marvel understands that, like, what was that movie, Gods of Egypt? Right?
Oh yeah.
They made, every
Yikes.
person, that was
White.
a yikes moment.
Yeah.
Everybody was white.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, he was in there as well. But, all the main characters were white. And it's like, whoa, you're going to Egypt and you just think everybody's white? Like, what is this? It's like, what, not Passion of Christ, but it was another Christian movie. It was just like, Jesus is white. And I was just like, what? Like,
Yeah.
It was just like
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur, yeah. It was like, everybody's white. Yeah. All the
It's
Egyptians.
like Hollywood, Egypt, where
Hollywood,
everyone's white.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think Marvel gets that, like you were saying, like the cultural identity. You don't need to have every person be, like on Black Panther, be black. You don't need every person on the cast and crew of Moon Knight to be Egyptian, Palestinian, whatever, someone from the Middle East. You don't need to have that, but you need to have people who understand that culture, like Ludwig Göransson being the composer for Black Panther. He's a white guy being for Black Panther, but you listen to a lot of the music is African themed, and it fits the theme of the actual movie, and it's perfect. Yeah. So I think we've seen it. Marvel is not just getting lucky every single time. I think Marvel knows that And Disney knows that you need to have culturally diverse characters and casts in all their movies to have a better understanding, have a more cohesive story to be told. And with Moon Knight having, I was looking at Layla, I didn't know she's a Bahraini born Egyptian Palestinian actress. She fits perfectly. Now, if I was looking at her any other time, I wouldn't be like, oh, damn, they had to pick her. Like, she fits in perfectly. And Oscar Isaac, like you said, I think you say he's Jewish, right?
Yeah, I believe
I believe
Jewish?
he is. I'm not sure.
I know he's Hispanic.
He's American Guatemalan. Holy shit.
Oh.
I was going to say he's Hispanic.
Hispanic,
I know that.
yeah.
He's not Jewish in any way?
No.
Oh,
He
go.
was born in Guatemala.
In Guatemala, yeah.
Yeah, so Oscar Isaac, but the thing is, like, he fits perfectly as. Granted, he's not supposed to be Egyptian, in Moon Knight. That has something to do with him. He had to be Egyptian for that, but he fits perfectly. He's a great actor and so forth. So I think Marvel just knows what they're doing. I don't think it's luck at this point. They just have great casting. They have a group of people that really understand. Like, this is how you make a movie. This is how you make a series, and you need to put people of cultural appropriate themes into it and give them a chance. There's like Marshall Ali, right? He's a great actor in of himself, but he doesn't fit the comic book, the Hollywood stereotype of a white male, but he's great. Who else? Well, Oscar Isaacs, not typical white male Hollywood. He's not the Tom Cruise, not the Brad Pitts. So I think it's good.
Interesting. Yeah, I just thought it's every episode is just keeps outdoing itself. I'm just in awe of how good the series is. Yeah, definitely shaping up to me my favorite Disney Plus Marvel.
I'm in the middle of the current episode, and you're questioning reality at this point. So I don't know what happens after, but I won't say anything. But I'm in the middle of it, and you're like thinking like, what is real now? Because I have no clue at this point.
I look forward to it.
Absolutely.
So, Green Turn, you got something?
No. I'm just agreeing with that. That I really want to watch it.
Yeah, this is. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait till this series is over, so that I know we rehash our top, Marvel movies and stuff.
Yeah.
This is like this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is the one Marvel series I cannot. I'd be like, damn, it's Wednesday. Like, fuck yeah! Like, I'm excited. Like, man, this is really good. And in Marvel, it just seems like every new series that comes out,
they keep topping themselves.
Yeah, like how the fuck they keep doing this? Like, how many other like directors or like shows or movie studios that constantly outperform themselves every single time?
I want to say that the trend is going to continue, but I don't think Miss Marvel. I don't think it's aimed at that Moon Knight audience. So
Miss Marvel definitely is not in.
Miss Marvel's definitely not aimed at them. So I think they're just. Even if it's not aimed at them and teenagers or tweens love that show, it's another W for Disney.
Absolutely.
They've established another fan base.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah.
I'm really excited for that. Cuz we know Mark Ruffalo is going to be in there. Mark Ruffalo hasn't gotten any movies really other than Thor what was that?
He's got a movie coming up. I think it's going to be on HBO Max. It's when he's time traveling.
No. I'm talking about like a Marvel. He hasn't got Marvel.
I don't know.
The thing is, Mark Ruffalo's an indie actor. The Marvel stuff is the only thing he really stepped out of his comfort zone to do. Well, I think he's done other indie productions since, being in part of Marvel.
But, yeah, we just saw him in Project Adam. So he was not bad in that.
There's a movie on HBO Max that's coming out with him in it. It's very, very interesting. It's when he's time traveling, but he doesn't control it. It just happens. Oh, okay. And he meets.
Oh, yeah, that's about his time traveler's wife. The time traveler's wife.
He meets the wife throughout the movie.
Yeah, it's based on a book or in a movie that already came out. So
is it time traveler's wife or like spaceman's wife?
I think
the time traveler's wife is
is it time traveler's wife? Okay.
Yeah, it came out in 2009.
I know what he's talking about. It's a cool premise. Rachel Adams and
this one
Eric
is
Bana.
Apparently coming out soon on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. But I think
the trailer got me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, but yeah. So Moon Knight, check it out. Looking forward to the final episode.
Damn,
Sweet.
Eric Bana, man, he's falling off. I don't say he's falling off, but damn,
Who?
Eric Bana.
I know Eric Bana was dope, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Troy, man.
Yeah, he was fucking amazing in Troy. It was
He was amazing in Troy.
and then it's like, man, where is he at? But I don't know if he's like he suffers from like 2000 like hype, and then some people made it out, some people didn't.
Fucking original Bruce Banner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was original Bruce Banner.
He's my Bruce Banner.
He is. I still have.
I like all the Bruce Banners. I'm not gonna lie. I love them all. They're all so good.
They've all been very, very.
Yeah,
very
Eric
good.
Bana, Ed Norton, Mark Ruffalo. They're also individually good. Where you can't say like oh, he's the George Clooney of the group. They're all good. They're all good.
They really
And they all have different takes on Hulk
Yeah,
and Banner. It's really an interesting situation.
it really is. So really quick. We're coming on to 2 hours. Keeping on with the Marvel theme. So recently a trailer got pushed out for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh,
Yes.
How do you guys feel about that?
Excited.
I think James Gunn. I think he,
Yeah.
at least for trailer hype, he's did it again.
Wait.
it's not
I
James
thought it was
Gunn. It's
Waititi.
It's Taika Waititi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing Guardians.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did
He's Guardians.
the last one, which was again probably one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah, Ragnarok was so good,
so
fun,
good.
very fun, which is what I want in those type of movies.
Yeah.
Ed Underground, what was your reaction to Lady Thor, and were you inconsolable?
Inconsolable. So I am a fan of crap. What is her real name? Let's
Big
call it
fan.
Padme.
Big fan.
Faye fan. What's her name?
Big guys, big fan.
I always
Big
call
fan.
her
What's her
Padme.
name? What's her name? Yeah.
Yeah, what's her
What's
name?
her name?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. Yes. I am a fan of Natalie Portman.
Big fan.
Faye. So, is her muscles real or CG?
Real.
Real? Because
They looked real to me.
No, they're real. She's shown. She's
I mean,
posted on,
she doesn't look like yoked. She just looks like fit.
I've seen
she posted-
pictures.
Yeah, she posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
Pictures of her jacked and just like posing in the mirror, like in her bathroom at her house, and she's absolutely jacked. And
Yeah. You're gonna swing that hammer, then it's the expectation is you got the muscles to do
yeah,
it.
because I mean, look at Chris Hemsworth. Normally, he's not that jacked as he is. So yeah, you gotta look the part.
You do. And
Mhm.
so I question, was that real or not? Because I did see pictures of Natalie Portman with, workout routines and stuff like that, but I didn't know that was real because I didn't see up until the trailer happened. So, I mean, he does look the part as female Thor.
Lady Thor.
Lady Thor.
Jeez.
Not even,
But I don't know
it's
where.
Mighty Thor. You're
Mighty
both.
Thor.
It's
No, I thought they called Lady Thor.
Lady Thor is just
forgot.
the slang everyone
Oh,
uses.
okay. Oh,
I forgot, but
the Mighty
She's
Thor.
Mighty
Oh, yeah,
Thor.
she is the Mighty Thor. That's true.
I'm interested to see how in the MCU
Canceled.
he attained
Yeah, both of you.
Yeah.
how he
She's what?
attained the hammer. But I said something months ago that the MCU looks like it's turning into the M.
Oh.
You say it.
you? What is it?
Oh,
That's
Say
it.
it. What is he saying?
I'm saying what's happening.
What are you saying?
Say
I'm
what's your
saying what's
chest.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
have the
what
integrity
is
to
it?
say it. What did you do?
Well, what did you do? You said it.
Hey, why don't you just
I
say
didn't
it?
say anything.
I think, like I said this months ago,
Uh-huh.
I think the MCU may be turning into the MCU.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Ooh,
hot take.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it months ago, and right now it looks like it's starting to happen. I don't know.
Hey,
Okay.
what the
All right.
actual?
All right, hold on now. Give me that. Hold on now.
Oh, okay.
Ed
I'm about to go.
Present your case. Present your case. Ed Underground has made the startling accusation that the MCU is becoming the MCU.
Breaking news.
Right. So, I mean, I assume you have tons of proof behind this. So,
Tons of proof.
hit
Bandito,
us. We're ready for it.
yeah, Bandito Mac, get your tinfoil hat ready.
Bandito Mac, get ready. Ed Underground's going to hit us with the proof here.
Hot take right here.
Yep, here we go.
What's she Loki's name? I forgot.
Loki.
No,
No,
there's-
she changed it. It was something different.
Selena?
Selena? No, not Selena.
Sully?
I'll look it up.
Sarah, something like that.
Sylvie.
Yeah.
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
All right,
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Mhm.
That's confirmed. Lady Loki.
Yeah, but Lady Loki didn't replace regular Loki.
She's a
did she?
variant. She's a variant of a
Also-
variant.
Tom Hiddleston is out.
No.
he's not coming back anytime soon, unless they make another Loki series.
What? I'm confused.
I don't think it's. They're
Tom
making a new
Hiddleston-
Loki series.
Unless
right?
they forced him out. Tom Hiddleston said he will play Loki to the day he
Oh,
dies.
he wants to. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants to.
So
What
what?
happened?
So
I
what?
don't know.
What's the, I'm this is news to me. What happened?
Ed Underground is connected to the inner boardroom conversation. So
I'm
guys,
intertwined.
oh yeah.
Okay.
So Tom Hiddleston is out.
I didn't say he was out. No, I didn't say he was out. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is Sylvie will be playing major roles in the MCU movies going forward.
My God.
Lady Thor. Lady Thor,
Uh-huh.
my Padme,
Mhm.
is going to be taking place of Helmsworth. Who else we have?
Hemsworth. Yeah.
She-Hulk at some point is going to be taking place of Hulk.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Am I wrong?
Well, both of the character, all these characters simultaneously exist in the comic books for several years, but no,
Yes.
you're not wrong.
Yes.
My God.
But
So yeah, go ahead.
remember that day. Well, I saw it with other people, but
Yeah.
when we saw
Ironheart. Forgot about Ironheart.
oh, that's happening
Mhm.
at some point. But remember at Endgame when they did that very cheesy pose with
She's not alone.
no,
No, it's
No,
when
this
all
is
the
when they're
all the
fighting
girls. Yeah, all the
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
not alone. The scene where the what's her name? Somebody says, "Oh, you're all alone," and then all of them gather and say that she's not alone.
She's not alone.
Oh
But
no,
that
no,
was
that
was an
that was
in,
Scarlet Witch. That was Scarlet.
Witch. Yeah,
That was Scarlet Witch.
That was
right?
a Battle
was
of
that
Wakanda.
Endgame or
that
was Infinity War.
Infinity War.
what does she say? What do they say in that scene?
I
They don't
forgot.
say anything. It's just implied.
I think
Yeah.
it just they do the whole pose of
Now, I think I heard every man's eye roll in that theater when that happened.
Yeah, I heard a
Yeah,
lot of
well-
eye rolls.
Yeah, I mean, you could have heard all the eye rolls that happened. Sure.
It was a little heavy-handed.
I mean, it was
A little.
absolutely.
a little bit.
Yeah, it was
a little bit.
heavy-handed.
Very heavy-handed.
But I still want
Yeah.
I still want to get to the bottom of well, I'm not gonna say conspiracy theory. I'm gonna say this theory. So Ed, so what do you think is happening right now?
I think
We
at
should
some
all
point-
have tinfoil hats when Ed has a segment.
Yeah, we need to have a
Mm.
tinfoil hat segment. Absolutely.
the tinfoil corner.
Whenever Ed has his take, we should all put on these hats.
Yeah, the tinfoil take. This is what's Alex Jones
Oh,
Infowars.
Infowars. Yeah. Yeah, this is
I want to put like
Got
an
the
Infowars
documents.
like ticker under Ed Underground. Whenever he goes into his like his conspiracies, like put like an Infowars ticker
Yeah.
background.
And then he'll take breaks to like what's it called, sling his supplements.
Yeah, supplements, yeah. Exactly.
And his doomsday buckets
But,
and all
yeah.
this stuff.
Get your big dick pills now.
Yeah. The chemtrails are making the frogs gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The chemtrails are turning the frogs gay. Like you gotta have that catchphrase, Ed. All right, so Ed, so tell me, yeah, I'm really curious about, like, tell me your theory, because you're just saying like, okay, they have female counterparts, which in the comic books, She-Hulk has existed for decades. You have Ironheart has existed for the past, maybe 10 years or more. You've had
That's not the point. That's what
Mighty,
I'm trying to say.
yeah, Mighty Thor has existed for over a decade. So all these characters that have existed already,
They haven't
That-
replaced.
That's not.
they never, none of these characters are ever replaced.
But how is it becoming the MCU, though?
What's Hawkeye's?
Because they're
Hawk-
pushing it
Hawkeye.
down our throats.
Hawkeye becomes
That's
Hawkeye.
why.
No,
Hawkeye's Hawkeye.
that series. What's her name?
Hawkeye.
Okay, well, the female Hawkeye.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Female
do you say
Hawkeye.
the male Hawkeye?
Yeah, you're talking
forgot her
about
name.
Kate Bishop.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Kate
Yeah,
Bishop.
but she's
Sylvie.
Hawkeye. They're
Yeah, I know
both
she's Hawkeye,
considered
yeah.
Hawkeye.
I know they're both
Okay.
considered Hawkeye because one's
Yeah.
female, one's male. Anyways,
You don't ever say the male Hawkeye.
There's other differences, but
Yeah.
we'll get into it.
female. Kate Bishop, Sylvie,
Yeah.
She-Hulk. what is her name? The one movie I hated.
Captain Marvel. Yeah,
And what's the other
Captain Marvel.
series? Yeah.
yeah.
At some
That was
point,
just a bad movie.
it was. At some point, I can see these characters being their what's going to happen, be the new Avengers.
Yeah, the new Avengers.
Yeah, they're going to be the new Avengers.
Okay.
Yeah.
My God.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem for you?
It's not a problem, but my
What is your plan? What is your plan at Underground?
Not my plan, but my concern is that one.
Why are you tenting your fingers?
Because the dark side is doing the same thing.
I don't know.
So I'm joining him in his. Yeah, now Creamcast is doing it. So join me, my brethren.
Whenever you do that, I think you're gonna be like one of those old guys that tries to like lecture you on how to like get respect.
Yeah.
So
And what are we gonna do about this, though?
My thought is I don't want to see that cheesy scene being just thrown out to thrown out.
The scene exists, though.
What do you mean? The cheesy scene being thrown out. What does that mean?
So back in when we saw Endgame, when they did that cheesy scene, and you heard every eye roll in every country.
He doesn't want that.
He doesn't want a film version of that
Phil,
eye roll.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, so
I just want a story. I just want a story. I don't want things to be thrown out.
So you weren't happy with the story that they laid out for like Kate Bishop?
Honestly,
Bandito Mac, don't say that.
What? Get those 3D pen discussing waffles.
Yeah, he said. I'm not gonna say who said it, but we have a comment saying, "Get those 3D pig disgusting waifus out of my MCU," which is what the Ed Underground is pretty much saying.
I didn't say. I was reading it because I'm reading my iPad and was small. I didn't say that. I thought you were talking about my fries at first.
Are you scared that a woman may do a better job of representing the MCU than possibly a male?
No, didn't say that. I just hope
I'm coming up
they
with the
don't.
heat.
Go for it. I just hope they don't throw things at us like that one scene. I don't want to see that throughout the whole movie. Like that one scene in Endgame when you heard all the eye rolls.
Okay, aside from that scene, because we've already seen female protagonists, where else have you seen that turn into a full-length movie?
Where else? I mean, there's female movies out there that basically throw Ghostbusters.
No. We're talking about the MCU.
I'm talking about, you said movies. You didn't say MCU. You said movies.
Okay, fine. I apologize. MCU, because that's what you're worried about.
MCU? Well, Endgame. That was the beginning of it. That's the start.
What's the
but there have been other movies with female characters.
Yes, there have been.
Well, the Ed Underground paints a very grim future
for the MCU.
I'm just hoping I don't see that.
Good thought out points from the Ed Underground. Gives us something to think about.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit here and have my my theory crafting board with a string tied to every single of these conspiracy theories that
as you should.
So
link back to that 1 4-second scene.
Yeah, that one scene.
When you guys are watching Moon Knight tonight, and you guys are going, man, Marvel's killing it. I want you to, in the back of your mind, go, it's just a plan.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. What?
Just trying to get the MCU in.
MCU. Yeah.
What if I forgot the girl's name? Mark and Steven's wife. Yeah. What if she became Moon Knight one day?
Layla?
I think they've heavily hinted that is a possibility.
Yeah,
that's the whole purpose.
That's Khonshu's plan.
Yeah, that's the whole point of why Mark is doing this. I mean, what?
I like how Added's got that I figured it out face.
Yeah,
they put it in the first episode, but it's like, think about that.
Yeah, Oscar Isaacs he's just the shill man. We're really trying to put Layla in, and she's gonna be Moon Knight.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I think I'm into that actress, and if she became Moon Knight, I would be down 1,000 times.
Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, I'm really into the cast, and she's not only is she very good, to look at. She's very attractive. She's a very good actor.
She's very attractive.
fourth episode.
Sexist pigs.
I tried not to say it, Green Tuner. God damn it! I tried to tiptoe around her. Anyways,
we're not saying oh my god, she's so hot. That's the only reason why she can. No, she's a phenomenal actress.
She's a good actress.
She is a very attractive lady. I would love to see her in future movies. And if she wasn't attractive, she's great.
A Lady Moon Knight would. I would not object.
I would not object at all. I think she would be a perfect Moon Knight.
Looking at Darkseid's face, I think it's for other more sinister reasons. Why he doesn't object.
I'm saying what you mean.
I'm saying it because I actually
like
like
Master
her.
Roshi
to the Rule 34 mobile.
Deep fakes.
Definitely not into. I'm not going that far, but I feel like you're scaring me sometimes because. If they go has for the most part, let's just answer this. Has Kevin Feige for the most part we're not going to talk about Thor: The Dark World or Thor 1.
Yeah.
I mean, because those by far
not as bad.
It's not as bad, but we'll say arguably is probably the worst Marvel movies overall. I say most people agree.
Dark World is the bottom of the barrel.
Captain Marvel is still better than Dark World. I mean, that's a fact.
I'd have to rewatch to determine that.
I don't know.
It's very.
We're at the bottom of the barrel.
Okay,
I agree with you.
It's definitely
at the bottom of the barrel here.
It's bottom three. Bottom three. There's like 20 plus movies in the Marvel series. So we're talking about the bottom 5. Sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Has Kevin Feige has he missed at any point outside of those movies? Has he actually missed?
Well, you're saying the movies that he missed in now.
Okay, fine. Let's include those. Has he really? I mean,
yes, he did.
I don't think. I don't think those wasn't even bad. Those not even bad.
The track record is very good. Though.
His track record is almost impeccable.
I'm not saying his track record is bad.
So
I mean,
trust the Marvel
more home runs.
So if he does She Knight, at the end of, or not She Knight, if she does MCU, right. I mean I don't care. Like, if he does, I'm saying I'm using terms that appeal to your fragile male ego. The MCU.
Oh,
it's not a
man. I can't say it. There's a good variation of Moon Knight, but I can't do it.
Don't do it.
No, do it. Do it
in the chat.
Do it.
Never mind.
Yeah. So if let's say hypothetically if they do an MCU as you call it, Marvel knows and Disney know what they're doing. Like, I trust that even though we talk about they're doing the same formula, they do not miss. They do not miss whatsoever. And
no, they're very good.
They're very good. So I trust that whatever they do will be good. And
going back to Lady Thor, man, I'm telling you, if this was a cash grab because hey, they're into the let's empower women, it's because it's the trendy thing to do.
That's
Marvel did this in the comic books, and it was very, very good. It's tried and tested. A lot of people were like, "Oh, what is this?" And then 2 years later, everyone loved that character and the Jason Aaron's run on it, and it solidified the run. So the character is justified. Comes in a cool place. She existed simultaneously with Thor. She was the mighty Thor. He was the unworthy Thor until he became worthy again. So it was a cool.
He was always worthy.
No, he lost Mjolnir, and he had another hammer.
First movie. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the comic books, but he has to it's a cool journey for both characters. It's a very cool journey, very cool story. So if they do it well in the story, it's welcome.
Are they gonna keep? Do you think they're gonna keep the story? The origin. So. I mean, it's pretty dark.
I mean, it might. It's very dark. Yeah, you'd have to be like, hey, you haven't checked in on this character for a while.
For a long time.
Guess what she's been up to? Yeah.
Yeah. She hasn't been up too much, and I mean, I'm not gonna ruin the story for anybody.
I would love to see a scene where
they reference it.
Yeah, where I don't know how they're gonna do it, but in my mind, it's always been she's at her lowest point in that journey she's in.
Yeah,
when she finds that hammer, it's a cool idea that you could be the most weakest, insignificant being, but as long as you're worthy,
and you get chosen,
you can have access to that. Yeah, Mjolnir will deem you as worthy. It's just a cool idea.
Because I mean, we actually have never seen that in the Thor universe, really. And I like the fact that the Mjolnir has been reconstituted. Like, it's not It's not like an alternate universe. This is the Mjolnir of our timeline.
Yeah.
So that's really cool that they did that. Because
I like how it's all broken.
Yeah, it's broken, and you can see
cracks in it. Yeah.
So the fact that they will have her be worthy and how they do that, I think that's gonna be really cool. But we've not seen Mjolnir actually imbue the power like she gets in regular Thor, because regular Thor, like Odin said, it's a channel, as opposed to actually is empowering a person who is weak to be extremely powerful. So I'm really curious about that. And I think that's going to be a pretty dope story. So I think that ultimately, I mean, I'm happy for Natalie Portman, honestly, because, you know, she's a phenomenal actress. I didn't want her to be relegated to just being the heroine that gets saved and being the typical storyline, big buff guy saves really frail, weak human girl and blah, blah. So I think this is really cool. So I mean, I don't have the same sentiments as our sexist, because he's not here, so I can talk crap about him.
Contributor,
Underground. So
he is, yeah,
he's absolutely the worst of the worst, guys. I'm so sorry to our listeners. He does not represent.
He's probably screaming at his waifu pillow right now.
Waifu pillow,
because of everything we've said.
Yeah, he's definitely punching his pillow right now, talking about they'll never understand me, and why do you do this to me? You changed me. You changed me as a man. Thought you made
Damn
me
you, Michiko, or Michiko, whatever.
So, it's all your fault.
You made me this way.
Stop laughing at me.
You know who else is also attractive?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Dr. Halsey from Halo.
Dr. Halsey. You know what? I mean, I know we're jumping off here, and I will not, like, I don't know. Either she's playing the creepiness of her character really well, but I'm not, like, I don't see it that way.
Really?
Yeah. Again, maybe she's just pulling off the evilness of her character, where I'm just like put off by her, but like I'm put off by her character a lot.
I can say I'm either or. Her character, I'm really more irritated by what's her name? Kwame?
Yeah, that side story needs to end. Every time they cut away, I'm like, Jesus Christ, why am I following these people?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care about her whatsoever. Yeah. And she's just so annoying. The last episode of Halo, where she hides in the sand to, surprise a Spartan pretty much and ambushes him, knocks him out, and then she points a gun at his head. I'm like, this is so stupid. This is probably one of the dumbest storylines I have watched in a long time. And it's just like, I don't care about Madrigal whatsoever. I don't care.
I don't either.
It doesn't bring me in whatsoever.
What a weird decision to take a character that is
iconic.
Already, no. I'm saying like with her, with Quan, be like, hey, how do we associate this? How do we make the audience endear, like grow to like this character that we're introducing? How about we not put her with Master Chief? Let's put her on her own and make sure people stay awake during that storyline. What the hell? Yeah, if you want this character to be liked, a new character, you make her the Grogu. She's got to stick around with Master Chief. So at least you like associate like, oh yeah, she grows on you. Because otherwise, like I said, every time they cut away from the main Chief storyline or the Covenant storyline, I even like the Covenant storyline better than her storyline. It's just it's rough times.
It's very rough. I absolutely hate it. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like I'm watching it and I just cringe every single time because she makes character choices that are just annoying, and it's just like it doesn't make common sense. Like everybody has told you that your father's whole legacy is dead. It died with him. Everybody that supports your father is dead. And she's still talking about, because you guys just want money. And it's just like, what? Like, this is dumb. Like, if I was Dave Chappelle, I would have probably shot her, left her in the desert, and been like,
Diet Chappelle.
Yeah, I'm like, discount. Man, I would have been
discount Chappelle, sorry.
Yeah. Shot her in the desert and went and done a Netflix special.
Yeah, done a Netflix special, exactly.
Yeah. Kirkland Chappelle.
Kirkland, great value Chappelle.
It's great value.
Yeah, great value. I mean, he's the Arby's version of Dave
Wow.
Chappelle.
No,
So-
Arby's is better than this. I mean,
No. I mean, it's nothing but floppy roast beef. He has a roast beef arm, and it's just absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It does look extra
That
chewy.
when he has that chest armor on, it is the most annoying thing. I don't know.
it is.
if
I don't
it's
know what
just
it is.
me. Yeah, I mean, I get it. He like it just without the rest of the armor, that chest it just doesn't look right. Just doesn't fit.
You know what? I don't like feel anything for these characters. Sadly, even Master Chief. But when they made Cortana, I actually fell for Cortana. Like that was.
I actually like Cortana. That I did not like the idea. Like Cortana was like, oh, what is this uncanny valley thing that's happening here? But
yeah.
somehow Cortana is one of the better characters on the series.
So Cortana is the only character I like right now, and the way
Mhm.
they made Cortana was like, dang, that was the only part like I felt something from this whole series. The only thing that I
Wait.
feel about a character
What do you mean you
What?
felt something?
Something,
What
yeah.
part of your
How
body
they-
did you feel it in?
everywhere, the tingling
I
sensation.
thought you something. Yeah, okay.
no, I
Something
wasn't going
tingled
that
on
way.
that. Okay.
I wasn't going that way. No,
Okay.
just how they made Cortana. How spoilers. Dr. Housley clones herself. Halsey clones herself
Not
many
Halsey.
times.
Not Halsey.
Not like the singer Halsey.
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 Okay.
Dr. Halsey.
Halsey. Okay,
Oh,
whatever.
okay, yes.
Halsey.
Halsey.
I'll call it a
Halsey.
doctor.
Yes.
I'll call it a doctor.
No, call it whatever you want.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
The doctor.
Dr.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. Nailed it.
So he clones herself. Well, many times,
Yeah.
but this time he uses one clone to create Cortana.
Uh-huh.
And in the cloning process, I was like, dang, this is like just evil. And how they
Yeah.
put her body, her dead body now, into the acid. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, that's the only time I like felt something for a character in this series. Everyone else, Master Chief, the Grogu girl, I'm just like, man, not feeling it.
I'm so glad we're calling her the Grogu girl.
I don't even know what's her real name again. I forgot.
It's Quan.
Quan.
She's Quan Ha.
Quan?
Quan
Okay,
Ha.
Gurnal girl. That's what I'll call her.
Wow. You know,
But-
yeah, sure.
That's
Just call her. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
horrible.
I just
He's racking it up.
I'm
He's racking it
disappointed.
up this
I'm
episode.
disappointed in this series.
I mean-
How's the Master Chief settling with everyone here? I mean, we're a couple
I'm tired of it.
removed from the helmet being removed. We're a couple episodes removed
that's-
from the ass being shown.
Oh, that's
Where we at
another
here?
thing. I have not seen Master Chief put his helmet back on. What, since episode 2 or 1?
I started
Episode
watching the new episode and you had
2.
it on. And I was like, okay, good.
No, he's putting
Like,
on. If you
his
watch,
head must have gotten cold or something.
yeah, if you watch the last episode, the battle that they had on Madrigal versus the Covenant, he puts his helmet on.
Okay.
He makes some decisions that are questionable now that he took out his
His pin or
Motion
whatever.
chip.
motion chip. Yeah, he took that out. So he is.
He needs his HUD to go in, so at least we know that he'll have it on when he fights.
Yeah, so yeah, he has it in, and there's actually not a bad fight scene. We definitely get to see more of the bad guys. So you see the grunts, you see
You see grunts?
Yeah, you see grunts, you see jackals.
Ooh,
you see
okay.
you see brutes. He fights a brute with a gravity hammer. What is it? Gravity hammer, right?
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Damn.
Yeah. So he fights with gravity hammers. You see now you get to see banshees. So you get to see a lot more. Well, I think you saw
Okay.
banshees in like episode 4, whatever.
Yeah,
but,
I think so. Yeah.
But now you get to see all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. You get to see a Kneeler in action, which is kind of dope. Kneelers in the show absolutely fuck you up, which is kind of cool how they represented it in the show. You know, Kneeler, like they said, like you fill somebody up with needles and it's instant kill pretty much. And that's literally what you see in the like one of the UNSC soldiers gets lit with a Kneeler, literally vaporizes, which is pretty badass how they did it. You see Master Chief actually lose control and actually rage, which was awesome to actually see a little bit. I'll give it credit. Like with the Spartans, you know, with them losing control, you know, these are the most powerful humans in existence. So
Yeah.
to see, you know, a super soldier who can go toe to toe with, you know, brutes and just absolutely like annihilate one with his bare hands is kind of cool. So
No, does this feel like
wait,
Halo?
I'm sorry, he doesn't beat the brute. He beats up
Oh.
an elite with his bare hands.
Now I'm on the Cortana episode. Does this feel like Halo? Now that you saw the newest episode,
This episode from last Thursday.
yeah, because right now, right for me, none of this feels like Halo. The only thing that claim comes close is actually see Cortana.
I would say honestly, it does not feel like Halo. See, that's the thing. I try to be loose with that because what does Halo feel like? We've only seen it in video game format, so it's a hard medium to take over. I mean, it's not as easy as comic books and so forth. And even with video games, I don't think we've had any video game yet that has been really good at.
Mortal Kombat, the first one.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's not good though. It's Mortal Kombat, the first one, is good by nostalgia standards, but actual movie is not the greatest movie. Even with the remake that the reboot is still.
Didn't we just have one that was very good?
The reboot? That's not good.
That was very good.
No, I thought there was something else.
No, we talked about the cartoon.
Sonic the Hedgehog is what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, Sonic Hedgehog,
Sonic
yes.
is good,
Yeah, Sonic is good. Sonic, that is a good representation. But I mean, how many failures have how many failures have we had? How many failures have we had? Yeah, video game wise.
Super Mario Brothers.
You said what? Dark Side. You saw Uncharted, right?
Uncharted was good. Yeah,
surprising. Two movies, Sonic and Uncharted.
I talked about this a couple episodes. We're entering some kind of realization from Hollywood that hey, there's a right way to do it, there's a wrong way to do it, and it seems like Sonic, Uncharted. Hopefully, the Mario one coming out seems to have more. They're not going to do their own thing. They're going to look at the source material. And
Mario's delayed.
Another one. Oh yeah, it got delayed for a year. What was there was one Detective Pikachu. Now, granted, that's anime video games, but
that's true.
That wasn't bad.
Detective. Yeah, I think Detective Pikachu was made with collaboration with the Japanese, right?
Yeah.
It was based on the Detective Pikachu video game, so I know that they didn't just pull it out of their ass. No, like, hey, he's a detective now. But I think. So the Japanese did it already. So
I can see some like American guys like, okay, they just have like boards of just random words.
Yeah.
Pikachu, firefighter. Pikachu, stripper. Pikachu, male escort. Pikachu, furry. Pikachu, detective. It works. No, I mean they didn't do that. Yeah, but
personally, I thought the last Tomb Raider was good.
I agree.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. But I think what Darkseid is cinematic.
I didn't like it, but I think they were going in the right direction with that Tomb Raider movie. Yeah.
I liked it. I think it was more down to earth. It actually inspired me to play the games.
Well, that's what the whole new Tomb Raider, the reboot, was made.
So I mean, I will say like the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider, I like that too. But the thing is that
I like it, but it wasn't good.
Well, here's the thing: when that movie was made, the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider, that it was based on something that was only skin deep. Tomb Raider really didn't have that much depth or lore or anything to it.
No, it was just the adventure.
And the movie's a result of the source content you got out of it, and that's why I like it. This new Tomb Raider, again, I did not love it. I didn't like it. I thought it was I just didn't like it. But I think for what it was doing was a step in the right direction for video game movies.
Sure.
And, now you got all these other ones coming out, and it seems to be that they're doing something right. We kind of like Mortal Kombat, right? Wasn't that our general feeling?
Okay.
Kind of it's a step in the right direction.
Sorta, except when they tried, everyone's complaint, not just ours. The fact that they were trying to squeeze in their own character.
Yeah, but that fatality was pretty good with the
Liu Kang?
The Liu Kang's fatality.
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao?
Yeah, Kung Lao was cool.
Yeah, Kung Lao. Yeah. Kung Lao.
Yeah, the best part was Goro appearing a total of 20 seconds.
Yeah. I gotta watch this movie again.
He got his ass whooped.
Anubis.
Sequel, right? Sequel? Did we say that?
Yeah, sequel.
Sequel coming?
There is a sequel coming. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down to revisit.
But like Bandito Max says, entertaining. Like talking about Mortal Kombat, entertaining. Not a good movie, but it all depends on what you think of as a good movie, and that's true. Like, will I give the same leeway like I give like Tenet to Mortal Kombat. No, that
No,
never
it's
happened.
just the mindset that you go like. If I'm watching a comic book movie, I'm not gonna have the same mindset of if I'm going to watch a Tenet movie or whatever it is.
exactly.
I'm walking into I walked into the Mortal Kombat movie with. I mean, I guess I gave it more credit, but with the same expectation I walked into Uncharted with. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like the expectation
makes
is
sense.
low. It's very low.
Very low. Yeah.
I'm like this. I'm about to watch hot trash. I said it before
Because we've
Uncharted,
been conditioned to
yeah.
shit
we've been
movies,
conditioned, or you already have a preconceived idea before you walk in. For me, it was like Uncharted is already cinematic as hell. I don't need to see some Tom Holland play a character I think has been executed perfectly. And there was a different take, and he did a great job. So, like, is the movie really that good? Probably not. Just my expectations were so low that it passed it over. So, with Mortal Kombat, I think all of our expectations are you're going in low for all of these. You know what I mean?
Mine was low for Mortal Kombat, but when I actually saw the movie, it went from the beginning went from high, then it just dropped down to low up until the end, at the very end.
Yeah, no, I agree. So Bandito Max says, word, right. If I go to Mortal Kombat, I'm not expecting stellar writing or super creative cinematography. I just want a good time seeing some good action or whatever.
Yes.
And that's just literally, And with Kung Lao, when he split Batgirl from whatever side, what was that? Mortal Kombat, what's that side one?
Armageddon?
Was Armageddon?
Wait, you talking about the second or third one?
No, it was the one where the Bat chick, she came out of that side game with I think with Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. It was that side.
You're talking about a video game.
Yeah, video game.
Deadly
Alliance.
Special Forces or Deadly Alliance.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean the fact that he was able to like do that awesome ass fatality. Yeah, that bumped up the movie a couple points. But then as soon as what's his name? It's not Shang-Chi. I think it's Shang-Chi.
Quan Chi?
No, he's not Quan Chi. He's
Shang Tsung?
Shang Tsung. Jeez, all these damn fake Chinese names. He sucked his soul out, just like, I'm like, oh, okay, that took a couple points down. And then Kano with his little laser eye. Okay, I'm bump up a point. Then Kano wins. Another point. And then the rest of the movie, dog shit. So it's just kind of like, you have your expectations. To get back to the question you said earlier about Halo, does it feel like Halo? No. And I guess that's the disservice of this, is because they could have been focusing on Master Chief and the Spartans. I've been much happier. But dealing with this Quan Ha chick, it kills the pacing for me. I love seeing the whole, Dr. Halsey situation where she's trying to be the pseudo bad guy, but I don't think it's written well enough to be sustainable. I do want to see how her interaction with John / Master Chief and how that works out, but it doesn't feel like Halo. Like we haven't gotten to, we really still don't know anything about the Covenant, and that's what really annoys me. It's like the Covenant. Like, when are you actually going to really focus on the Covenant? And like that's the whole thing about Halo, is the Halo versus the UNSC versus the Covenant, and that turns into a whole different thing. Then it's going against the Flood. The Flood now is fucking everybody up. They get
I hope all that stuff is like maybe 2 seasons away if they're doing all that, because you're right. They have not established the state of war.
Yeah,
there's no state of war. It's just like Covenant is doing like covert tactics. Humanity's fighting itself, which is fine, but there have not, and unless they're building towards the finale, which I hope is the fall of Reach, and then we can get into. But we talked about this. I think the biggest issue we have with the story is they got to move it along. It is not. It's too boring.
It's not
too stuck on these. Move that thing along, or get it more exciting, or move the story into settings that are more like familiar to the players, or get us to the ring, get us to any number of places, but just move it along.
Get it out, because right now it just seems like little skirmishes. It seems like this is like little side battles that they're having, and it's nothing. There's no scale to it. I think that's the problem. There's no scale, and we keep going back to Madrigal, to this one small ass town on a massive ass planet, we're literally focusing on one small outpost, and it's really annoying.
It's the boringest version of everything. It's like the Madrigal thing. It's, hey, you got Master Chief, right? Yeah, but Master Chief's going through like this identity crisis, and it's just like, I don't want. This is not the version of Master Chief I want. All right, but you got the Covenant, right? Yeah, but the Covenant's like all covert. All right, but you got the UNMC, right? Yeah, but they're all jerks. And they're all of this conspiracy. Like, I mean, it's the worst version of everything put together.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's literally the worst version of everything.
Not gotten anything where you're like, oh, cool, we get to see this. It's like he puts on the helmet and you're like, yay, and that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, Master Chief time now. But we had to suffer through an hour because each episode's an hour long. And it's just like, fuck, man. But hey, I mean, we'll see how Halo goes. I'm gonna suffer to the end, all 8 episodes, whatever. First, I'm gonna watch Moon Knight, and then watch Halo, so I can go from a high to a low. Then probably watch Moon Knight again to get back on a high.
I'll say go from a low to a high with this.
Maybe I'll watch. I won't watch Moon Knight tonight for sure. So we'll see what happens. But all right, man, we've been going on. Man, we took a week off and like we made up for that time talking about all these things like El Muerto, and Moon Knight and MC. Yeah, El Mewtwo.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about conspiracy theories with the MCU. We definitely. I'm going to fashion a tinfoil hat for sure because we can't let the underground continue to poison our brains. Like he's literally going for his smart.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong though?
I mean, I feel like he's stealing our creases out of our brains. Like, I think that's his whole goal. He goes from smooth brain and is like trying to reverse engineer, like sucking out the creases out of ours.
He's gotten some kind of steam technique down where he gets it nice and smooth.
So yeah.
Not me. It's Disney.
He's good.
Not me. It's Disney.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
Any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we get out of here?
No, we're looking forward to the Multiverse of Madness whenever,
When's it come out?
I don't know it's next week on Thursday first showing, so I don't know if we'll have.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is here. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Or we might do a fluff episode in the middle. So we'll see. We got Moon Knight to talk about.
Yep. For sure.
Yep, we're gonna do Moon Knight for sure. And
next week is the last episode.
Should be the finale, right?
Yep, I think so. Yep, and so that we definitely can talk about that. And I don't know, maybe we'll surprise you guys with something. Go back to our is it really bad series. I would like to revisit some movies. I think we were talking about Avatar in the past.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we need to revisit some shitty movies.
Yeah, I mean, because nothing's better than shitty movie, and plus, if I can make my wife suffer through them, I'm all the better. Since she's betrayed me on the Batman, so all right. If we have nothing else to add, at Underground, go ahead and take us out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 45 of the Blrd podcast. You can find us on all major platforms and live, where you can talk to us on twitch.tv/the Blrd podcast. Blur you later, baby.
Blur you later.
All right, blur you later, guys.
All right, blur you later.